teaser.
Fate is on your side. You hear the distant thunder. There's lightning in your stride.
Never giving up the weed. Good morning, everybody. To take it to the top.
Amen, brother.
One winner.
Never give up that weed.
Never give up the weed. Welcome. Welcome to the Personalization Show. Here we are. We did it. Nice job, guys.
Hey, man.
We did it.
What did we do?
We made it to Thursday. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
That's cool. Everybody be cool.
You made it from the control room to the studio.
I walked over here.
And you made it from the score to the control room.
He's got all that right. It's the quest to be the best is what it is. Yeah.
How long ago did we lose the score?
I can look that up.
6 years ago, maybe?
No, it's got to be more than that. I don't think that guy's worked here in 6 years that gave the station away.
Oh, that wasn't the station we gave away, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was?
Yeah.
2010.
Okay, that's longer than 6 years ago.
15 years ago. All right. Yeah.
Well, we got the plus now, so it's all good.
Yeah, it's a
Full
good
circle.
Yeah. Congratulations, guys.
Yeah, that's a good point.
There's only one winner.
There's only one winner, and that is you, hockey. And you, because of you, I bought the college football game. I bought the college football game. I haven't played it,
dude,
but I bought it, and it downloaded, and I got to the menu screen and the loud college sounds of the band playing. That got me jacked. I haven't played it yet though. But you and your high school player guy look so cool, so I'm going to do it.
Listen, I almost quit my job.
I thought you did.
I almost quit my job because all I wanted to do this morning when I woke up was go downstairs, turn on my PS4, and continue my career.
Yeah.
Because I am only 6'4", 275.
6'4".
Can you start streaming this?
That's a massive human.
That's a pretty big dude.
Yeah.
You need to start going, you need to get on Twitch.
Okay.
I want to watch your...
Yeah, I want to watch this.
Yes.
You want to watch me play?
Yeah.
Yes.
I will do that. I'm so... boy, oh boy. I don't remember how to do it.
It's actually super easy nowadays.
Okay,
Is it really?
Good.
Hit the share button, hit broadcast.
Do you believe in playing football for Nebraska?
Is that who you play for?
Yeah, here's the deal. I'll give you a whole breakdown on my career thus far, if you would like.
I can't wait, because it got me to buy it, man.
Well, it's so cool.
Yeah.
The high school option and the recruiting option, I could just do what I did yesterday, play through my high school senior year, get recruited. I could do that over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Not even go into the season, which I'm playing right now, my freshman year, which I'm having a lot of fun with. By the way. Because we lost a game. If you remember, one of the problems we had with 2025 is you couldn't be beat on easy mode, and you couldn't win on the next level up.
It was too hard. Need dynamic scoring like MLB The Show does.
Which, I get that complaint all the time. It's just too hard. Sorry, ma'am.
You do?
But it's the law
Sorry,
of the West.
ma'am. It's the law of the West.
Law of the West. I don't get that complaint ever. Anyway, I got distracted by sexual tension.
Yeah.
What was my point?
Your point about how it was too easy or too hard.
That's right. You heard what I said. Thank you. There's a test, and you passed it. Well
Thank
done.
you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's fun. It's like Calgon.
Like what?
Calgon. It just takes you away, man. You don't remember those commercials?
No, I
I'm
do
OLD.
not. What's Calgon?
You ever watch that man right out of your hair? You ever wear short shorts? You ever tell somebody, hey, good looking, we'll be back to pick you up later?
No.
No, because you're too young. But there's a whole group of old farts out there on their way to in Their Life with Dr. Kevorkian this morning.
Oh my goodness.
God.
Who remember exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm.
But that got weird.
Yeah.
But now I have something to live for. The 6'4", 275-pound version of me.
Version or?
He is a version.
No, no.
He's got nothing but football on his mind.
He plays.
He doesn't
all
have
he
time.
He's a
cares.
starting linebacker
I'm gonna tell
at
you this right now.
Nebraska.
I'm gonna
There's
tell you-
no chance.
I'm going to tell you this right now. I did not go to my high school homecoming because the lady who asked me, A, wasn't that hot. B, I wanted to work out.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a part of the game.
It is.
I kid you not.
Yeah.
It was.
But if you were 6'4", 275 in high school,
Yeah.
you would have gone with multiple ladies.
I'm
to
sure what actually happened
homecoming. Yeah.
to the young 6'4", 275 version of me,
Yeah.
I didn't go to prom. I waited until after I got done working out.
Yeah.
I went over to the locker room
Yeah.
and got freaky.
Yeah. Took care of business. Now, as you said yesterday, you like making this as real as possible.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. And here's the thing. Listen. I am a sick man.
No.
And I admit it. Right? Doesn't make it any better,
No.
but at least we ain't lying to each other.
Yeah.
This is a problem I have. And Zacho, Sasso, be honest. Be real for once in your damn lives. Tell me if you feel my pain or if you know where I'm coming from. As you are creating your character,
Yeah.
sure, I said I was 6'4".
Yeah.
Sure, I got I look a lot like Ben Lieber. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Yep. Now Tommy wants to see the face of that character.
Tommy went wingy and
Yeah.
Tommy went dingy.
Yeah.
6'4", 275. But you can either be a 1-star recruit, a 2, a 3, a 4, or a 5-star recruit. You
Yeah.
choose.
Yeah.
I chose 3
Yeah.
because I didn't want anybody to think I had a big ego. This is a pretend world that doesn't even exist.
No, it doesn't
And I was
exist.
concerned about pretend simulated
Yeah.
cartoon characters thinking I had a big ego.
You go 5-star every time.
I did not.
No, you should though.
I know.
Yeah.
I did not. And then when I was picking my top 10 schools that I might want to
Yeah.
play college football for,
Yeah.
I didn't go for, if it was Alabama or Ohio State, I didn't feel like I deserved that.
Come on.
It's a video.
I know,
But your guy's 6'4", 275.
but he's still only a 3-star recruit
Yeah.
because he's
He's DUMD.
He ain't real good in school.
yeah. Is my boy smart? Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
or is he like me?
Or is he like me? You say that when you're playing the video game. Yeah. Is he smart or is he like me to a video game? And then you sob playing it. But it's realistic.
My guy's favorite song is "Everybody Hurts."
Of
all right?
course.
Okay,
Yeah,
just so you know,
yeah.
right? My guy.
I don't want computer characters to think I have a huge ego.
My guy has no mirrors in his room because his penis is too small and he doesn't want to see it. He doesn't want to be reminded.
But he's 6'4".
But he's 6'4", which makes it even worse. He has a small
Yeah,
penis.
yeah. And you told a lady you didn't want to go to prom or whatever because you were too busy working out.
I had to go practice.
Yeah, you had to go
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah,
Come on.
Yeah.
I did. I
Right.
swear, Zach, that is not. I am not
You
making
gotta
that
have
part
the-
up.
Yeah.
You got to have the full high school experience,
I
man.
I did not.
You only
Yeah.
go to high school once.
Zach,
Yeah.
what's prom going to lead to? Sex. What's sex going to lead to? Shame.
This is getting real. Do you play this game with the guy you go see on Tuesdays?
I'll tell you what I do. I play the game with the shade shutting the lights off.
Yeah.
I'll tell you I do that.
Yeah.
I played it in my garage with the car idling. That's what I did.
You played it for a long time yesterday.
If I miss this tackle, I'm starting the car. That's what I say. It took me an inordinate amount of time to learn how to do this one drill to the point where I almost quit the game.
Oh.
I was so angry at myself.
Let me guess. It's a practice drill.
Yeah, right.
Where is it the one where you have to go around the edge and tackle the running back?
Oh, it's much harder than that in this version. You have to run around tackling dummies
Yeah.
and then make it to the quarterback.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
And I was so angry. I'm surprised I still have a PS5 this morning. That's how angry I am.
How long did you play it, if you don't mind me
I
asking?
do mind you asking.
Yeah, okay.
Let's just say Corey played less poker yesterday than I played this
Wow.
game.
My goodness.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
And
I can't wait.
wish there would be a mild disaster in this building this morning so I could go home.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there was a moment where I'm like, I just tipped my hat and went, you stay home, young man.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
right.
you're playing.
My guy, man.
Yeah. He needs you.
He needs me.
He
We
needs
lost to
you.
Ohio State.
As Nebraska?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm cutting out so much of the journey. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm cutting out so much of the journey.
I mean, the fact that you can, like, pick the hat, that's sweet.
you saw that part.
Yeah, well, you sent it to me.
I didn't know if anybody watched it. or not.
I did, yeah, of course.
It's the coolest.
Yes. That's half the reason I bought it.
It is the coolest.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how much fun it's going to be in the next time I do it.
Yeah.
Because I'll make myself. I still feel bad every time I look at my 6'4" version of myself.
Yeah.
But if I go 5'6", nobody's going to draft me, or nobody's
Yeah.
going to take me. Nobody's
No,
going to want me.
nobody's gonna
But I
want
do
you.
wonder if I make myself my actual size, if anybody will recruit me.
You should make yourself your actual size, but be a 5-star recruit at middle linebacker.
And give myself a sweet 10-incher.
I don't know if you can control that on the game.
Somebody write me a code.
Yeah.
I want my penis to be so big
Yeah.
that I needed a larger size pants.
You should see if you can ride with Marnie today and you just bring your TV and PS5 in her car and
I
play
can't
it.
ride with Marnie today. Do you
Yeah.
know why?
Why?
Because I'm going to be being interviewed by Sports Illustrated the whole way there. In my stupid, crazy mind.
You think this is real?
It's such a better life.
Yeah. Oh my God. Brilliant.
Oh my goodness.
This
My
game is
God.
so much fun. I'll give you the full rundown.
I can't wait.
And plus, we'll tell you about things that actually happen in the world.
Yeah, who cares?
At some point.
I want to hear more about
College
your,
Football 26
Your-
is so much
your
fun.
18-year-old video game
I
self.
just want to go back into that world.
Yeah, go back into that world.
This world, I'm done with this world. I want to go back to that one. Yeah, it's fun, man. I really, really am enjoying it. Did you see how pissed Tommy was when I didn't pick the University of Minnesota?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
PJ Fleck wanted me.
Yeah.
But he did one thing that pissed me off, and I'll tell you what it was. And I'm talking about cartoon PJ Fleck. Patrick Morgan Show on the Fan.
It's cake batter. It's cookie dough. It's the new Superman Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard treat. Now at participating DQ locations for a limited time. Fly in today for this cosmic collision of flavor. And don't miss Superman, only in theaters July 11th. DQ. Happy tastes good.
Everything is about to change, forever, for the better. You found the love of your life, and you're about to ask for her hand in marriage. Only one major hurdle stands in your way. No, it's not her father. You can handle him. It's the ring. You need a ring, a diamond ring. And those cost a lot of money, and you don't know squat about diamonds. Just thinking about it sends your heart racing, and you break out in little beads of sweat. You're experiencing diamond anxiety, and I have the cure. It's a time-tested, proven technique. Now relax, take a deep breath, let it out slowly, and repeat after me. Wedding Day Diamonds. Yes, Wedding Day. Our family has helped anxious guys relax, actually enjoy the process, and know that they've secured the best possible diamond engagement ring their money can buy for more than 40 years. And we can do the same for you. Don't suffer diamond anxiety. Remember the 3 magic words, Wedding Day Diamonds, and keep breathing, because I think that's important too.
Wedding Day Diamonds, 9 locations, including Rochester and St. Cloud.
I know, I can hear it. That's your stomach. It's rumbling, it's growling. You're seconds away from just like eating your arm off. Hey, it's Chris Hockey, and I can help you. Get yourself a couple brand new Wenzel's Farm Pro Snack Sticks at Quick Trip. They've got original or pepperoni flavor. 16 grams of delicious belly-filling protein. You got to turn up the radio to turn down that gut thunder? I get it. Let's face it, your body needs fuel. Your body needs the new Wenzel's Pro Snack Sticks at Quick Trip. That sounds dangerous. You better get some right now. The new Pro Snack Sticks from Wenzel's Farm. Get some today.
Is your basement damp, musty, or worse? Flooding when it rains? Don't wait until the damage gets worse. Safe Basements will stop water in its tracks with proven waterproofing solutions that keep your basement dry, guaranteed. Say goodbye to mold, mildew, and costly repairs. Protect your home and your peace of mind with expert waterproofing that lasts. Go to safebasements.com today for a free inspection. Act now because a dry basement means a healthy home. That's safebasements.com. Get your free inspection today.
Progressive's Teen Driver discount could lower the cost of insurance for your teenager and save you some money. And then you can still spend money on them. Because just when you think you have a grasp on spending, new sneakers. And then it's money for a school field trip. And of course, spending money. Oh yeah, and a new phone to replace the one they dropped in the toilet. Oh, don't remind me. So just get Progressive's Teen Driver discount. And then you can continue to spend money on them. Endlessly. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discount not available in all states and subject to terms and conditions.
The devastating Texas floods have impacted countless residents. Families have lost their homes, communities, and lives have been shattered, and children are still missing. The need is urgent. The Community Foundation of the Texas Hill Country has launched the Kerr County Flood Relief Fund to support response, relief, and long-term recovery efforts. All donations will go directly to trusted local organizations to provide food, shelter, health care, and hope. Join us today and donate to the Kerr County Flood Relief Fund at communityfoundation.net.
Join me, Greg Rosenthal, and an all-star cast of media personalities, including Mina Kimes, Steve Weish, Kevin Harlan, and more, for a look at football's best since the turn of the century. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search NFL Daily with Greg Rosenthal, and listen now.
Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you want the lowest price. With their lowest price guarantee, if you find a qualifying lower price on the same item, they'll match it. Price match applies to the same item, current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how they'll match price at Lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
From the LevelMN.com Weather Center.
This report is sponsored by Treasure Island Resort and Casino.
Twin Cities weather, partly to mostly cloudy today with a slight chance of an isolated shower or thunderstorm. High of 86 this afternoon. We have a better chance of rain and thunderstorms tomorrow and tomorrow night. Half inch to an inch or more of rain is possible, and then the rain will end just in time for the weekend. I'm meteorologist Sean Cable. Currently it's 71.
Discover your summer soundtrack at Treasure Island's two-day music festival. Music by the Mississippi. See Shane Smith and the Saints, Shaky Graves, Soul Asylum, and more incredible artists on Friday and Saturday, July 25th and 26th. Get your tickets at TICasino.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
This is the radio home for Vikings training camp. FM 100.3, KFXN Minneapolis, St. Paul. The Fan.
Hey, that last amazing segment, Hawk, was brought to you by my amazing friends at Gutter Helmet and GutterHelmetMN.com. Never clean your gutters again. We're going to get more rain. You don't have to worry about them clogging if you have Gutter Helmet at GutterHelmetMN.com.
That sounds great. I need to call those folks.
Okay, back to your fake reality.
Yeah, okay, here's the thing. We're talking about college football 26. It's great. Brett has joined from the world-famous Deborah show featuring Justin Gard last night. And by the way, our guy... what's his name? Kessler.
Yeah.
Was in rare form last night.
Oh boy.
He was great, wasn't he? Brett, was he not hilarious?
Pat Kessler, bum bum bum.
Yeah, he's
one of the
very
best
funny.
intros. Yeah,
He's the best. But I digress.
Yeah, he doesn't care about that.
I only listened to that because I had to drive to go get my haircut and actually consume food.
And he told us, quote, I told the lady to hurry up so I could go home and play.
Yeah, I actually was much more crass than that. I only ate because I had to.
Yeah, you had to.
Yeah, and I did it for my player because he needs me.
Yeah,
he doesn't exist unless I am sitting there at the game. The reason I asked Brett to stay is because, first, I like Brett, and second of all, because you actually are playing the game as well.
It's unbelievable.
College football 26.
So I went the Sauce way. I went 5-star recruit.
Correct.
But I made him my actual height and size.
You did?
Yeah. So I'm like a 5'10" quarterback that can.
Yeah.
But in reality, which is hilarious. It's like Russell Wilson but shorter.
Yeah.
But to counter for that, because that just wouldn't work, I have to make him like a speed demon.
Yeah.
So I got to just scramble around the pocket
Yeah.
and get out. Run read options. It's the best.
Where's your guy go to college?
Arizona State.
Yeah.
See, oh my God, I almost chose Arizona State as well.
You wanted a party.
Yeah.
No,
Well, exactly.
Can I tell you the truth? Arizona State, Texas Tech, Nebraska, Auburn were my final four.
Yeah.
I didn't go to Auburn because they told me I was going to ride the bench. And
Yeah.
I wanted to start right away.
Yeah.
And then I didn't want my poor cartoon me to be hot.
You need help.
So I didn't go to Arizona State
You need
or
help.
Texas Tech because I didn't want him to be too hot.
Yeah, you need help.
And he likes snow.
Yeah.
You know he
Yeah.
likes snow.
Yeah.
Plus, he likes...
You're
on camera.
I am.
And we heard that.
Good morning, little ball. So he chose Nebraska because he likes them.
Corey
camera.
like.
Yeah.
You're on camera.
Likes the
Right,
girls
like
from the
Corey.
farm. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right. You're right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He likes to be tossed around.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna Brett. I know you got to go to work. You leave whenever you got to. But you tell me jump in anywhere you want. But guys, so you start the game. You create your player, right? NCAA 26, college football, and then you play through your high school career. But you only play like 5 series of each game of your high school senior year, and then they send those highlights to the different coaches, and they decide whether they want to recruit you or not. Plus, you pick your 10 schools you think you might want to go to. They aren't the only ones who recruit you or offer you a scholarship if you're worth a damn, but those are the ones. And then you narrow it down to your top 3.
So it's like college team, like Tinder, where you're like, you. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And you can base it on whether or not you're going to ride the bench, be a second string, or start right away.
Yeah.
And you can base it on the size of the school, but they also tell you the different coaching schemes that might help you in your career as well. All of this is super fun, right? And then you play, but you also then, certain coaches from the teams that you've selected will send you an email, and they'll say, hey, we're looking for this from you this week in your game, so we want you to do this, 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 and this. And if you do it, they got a boner. If
Okay.
I didn't know that was part of the game.
You could see it. You must not have been recruited by the
No.
I almost said Golden State. That's not it. That's anyway. If you don't do it though, their interest level in you drops, and PJ's interest level in me dropped.
And that you took that personal.
I burned all of my University of Minnesota stuff in real life.
Yeah,
I was so pissed.
You didn't re-up your season tickets.
Did you throw the hat? That's an option where you can literally, when you're picking the hat, you can pick one up and throw it behind. Like,
Brilliant.
nah, I'm not using this one.
Brilliant.
Brett, every time they give me an option, I do the kind of thing.
Yeah, he does.
There's always an option to answer. What is it? Does he remember what it says? Answer kindly, answer politely.
Politely, yeah.
Or politely. Or answer.
Like rebuff. Wasn't that one of them?
With like attitude.
Yeah.
My guy has no attitude.
Yeah.
My guy's a church mouse.
Yeah.
Okay.
At 6'4",
At 6'4", 275. Yeah, he'll rip your head off on the field.
Oh, yeah. If he gets to play.
Yeah, right.
My favorite thing they added is they literally, when the pregame runouts, you're actually behind your guy.
Yeah.
And you follow him through the tunnel.
It's the coolest.
And then you run out of the tunnel.
That's badass.
Right. Oh, it's awesome.
Even in high school.
Yeah.
It's the coolest.
That's badass.
Yeah, although Mississinawa Valley has a stadium that would make the Golden Gophers blush.
Yeah.
Anyway, but so then you play through your high school season, you get scholarship offers, and then you narrow it down to your 3, and at the end of your high school senior year, you have to choose one of those 3, and they have the ceremony. You're sitting at the desk.
Yeah.
Took me a good 5 minutes to figure out how to get that son of a bitch to stand up. I'm not lying to you. I was so angry. Luckily, there wasn't a cartoon rope anywhere.
Yeah. Or a horse to punch.
Yeah, right. But I finally got him to stand up, and then he hovers his hand, and and like he said, you can do the egotistical thing, which you did, and throw the bad hats, or you just pick the one you like.
Yeah.
And I chose Nebraska because, again, I wanted my guy to experience Halloween and Christmas the way that you should.
And what else does your guy like?
Chug. He likes the corn-fed ladies. Okay? That's all I'll say. Don't make me get myself in trouble.
We have to find a way for you to stream this.
I will figure out StreamYard today. Yep. I will figure it out today.
All right, I got to bounce, guys. Thank you.
Go have fun. Go have fun. There he goes. Brett, who plays for the hated Arizona State Sun Devils. There he goes.
Man.
So you pick your team, and then you go to college, and you get to know your coaches. They tell you what and you got to go to class. I wish I'd made my guy a little smarter because it's a damn struggle to.
Yeah.
If my guy wasn't so big, he'd have been a little smarter.
Yeah. Is he smart? Yeah.
He's like me.
He's like you.
And so part of my every week I have to use some of my coins.
Yeah.
To make him go
bit,
get smarter. Because he's a dumb son of a bitch.
Yeah.
He's a big, small penis, dumb son of a bitch. His whole life is football.
Yeah.
All right? His whole life is football. He's got daddy and mommy issues.
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah, he's got all of them.
Yeah. He's not sure of his sexuality.
No,
There's all
really?
kinds of things going on with
That's
this
in
guy.
the game?
In my world.
Yeah. The one talk is put into it, yeah.
He's been interviewed by other magazines.
Yeah.
I'll just say that. And I mean, he got interviewed on the way here this morning. That's why I was running late. But another very cool facet is you have to earn the starting position against the current starter.
Yeah.
And until you get good enough with the skills, you're a backup. So
Yeah.
the first 3 games of my freshman year at Nebraska, I only played like 6 or 7 plays a game because the starter was playing the rest of the game. Until in practice, I earned the right to start. How cool is that?
That's sweet. So how many high school games do you play?
I think it was around 6, maybe 7 or 8. I think it was 6, though. That sounds right.
That's a ton.
It's fun.
Yeah.
And I'm halfway through my freshman year.
Yeah.
That's how much I played yesterday.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
I haven't had this much fun playing a video game since Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
a huge,
Yeah.
huge compliment.
Right.
And there's no hills or horses to go down.
No.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. You haven't found the Valentine in Nebraska yet?
No. I don't have time for that.
You're too busy being polite.
Yeah, I do. My guy does masturbate, but he does it as quickly as possible so he can get back to the playbook.
How many coins does that cost?
10. And he's got 11.
Yeah. There's coins in his coin purse, if you know what I mean.
Oh, my.
That's so great.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
But again, as I told you guys, there was one thing you asked about that I wanted to tell you about. I forget what it was. You asked during the break, and I wanted to say. But
no, it was the. I asked you. I think it was on the air. What positions if you just play when your guy plays?
Yeah. You only play when, and that's the cool thing. Yeah, that was the thing. You have to earn your position, and there are 3 offensive and 2 defensive positions you can choose to play.
You can
from.
play what? Quarterback and
wide receiver or halfback.
Yeah.
And then linebacker or safety.
Linebacker or safety.
Yeah, or maybe it's cornerback.
It's weird that you can't play like defensive tackle.
Yeah. No, right. But it's cool. You do pick the plays. But like I'm the middle linebacker, but I am not the guy who calls the huddle.
Yeah.
And again, I missed tackles. We lost to Ohio State, which again, I'll say it again. It's on the freshman level. I'm glad we lost to Ohio State. I could not stop their skill position guys. I just couldn't do it. I wasn't fast enough. My guys S the bed. But I like that it's not so easy that I went undefeated in my first year playing the game.
Yeah, that is fun.
And I like also the Rutgers, even though they ain't worse than us, they almost beat us because we took them lightly.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I punished myself. I had to go run. And I mean in real life.
Yeah.
I made myself go run some sprints.
That's how you went outside.
I made myself do up downs to the point where all my neighbors are worried about me.
Well, I'm glad they're rightfully concerned.
Yeah, correct.
They understood it after I told them what was going on.
Yeah.
And then they called 911.
Yeah.
That's sweet though.
Yeah.
I can't wait to play it. And then Brett was saying off the air before we had him in and talking about it, where eventually someone will download like every Minnesota high school's colors and
Logo, all
logos
that
and
stuff,
fields.
Yeah.
Like that'll be sweet.
Yeah. I did have something weird happen last night. I don't know if this is something that's happened. Maybe it was just a malfunction at my particular unit, but it seemed like something that was a glitch in the game. I was halfway through on just whooping. I forget what team I was playing. I was whooping their ass. And about midway through the third quarter, it glitched and my screen went black.
Really?
And then it said, there was something happened, and so
the server bit.
Yeah, something. And so I had to start that game all over again, and then I barely beat him. So I was very angry at the world.
Yeah.
I was very, very angry at the world because my guy had 4 tackles.
And you had half a haircut because you left in the middle of it. Because you needed to get back to your game.
And I gave up the ghost and went ahead and bought some adult diapers because I ain't got time to piss. That's a State Fair T-shirt. I ain't got time to piss.
And then just you sitting at your TV. I ain't got time to.
I'm like Jesse Ventura, only a coward. And stinky.
I ain't got time to piss. Genius.
Okay, so there you go. That's college football 26.
Well, we have to talk about it when Lieber gets here.
Oh, we definitely will.
Yeah.
Because he was on a text conversation.
Yeah.
He definitely didn't want to be part of last night.
No,
he was the only one that didn't respond.
No.
But I'll figure out the StreamYard. I'm going to do that so you guys can watch me. And
Yeah, that'll
if you
be
would
great.
Continue my career towards the NFL. I wonder if they'll make this, and maybe it already is, Zecho. Can you go right into Madden?
Yes.
You can do that?
Yes.
Oh, my guy's going to have the greatest career.
Yeah.
But he's going to be the nicest guy.
Yeah, you can put him into Madden, right?
My guy will be a virgin until he gets married.
Your guy's going to be the Joe Mauer of football.
He absolutely is.
Yeah.
He already is.
Shucks.
Yeah. He already is. He's going to stop lifting weights because he's afraid he's too big.
He went to Nebraska so he could, quote, feel Halloween and Christmas.
He
the way it
loves the
should be.
holidays.
Yeah, who
okay?
doesn't?
And he likes...
You're on camera.
I know, I keep forgetting. As Prince...
Well, you ain't got time to piss.
You're right, I ain't. Patrick Mercer with my FA.
KFAN Total Traffic.
From the 1-800-ASK-GARY Traffic Center.
Good morning. We have no accidents and no delays. On 35W, there's construction closing the northbound entrance from Burnsville Parkway and the northbound exit to westbound Highway 13 till October. 35W northbound, the entrance from 82nd Street closed till September. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest Total Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Luther buys used cars, which means they'll buy yours. If you have a car, truck, van, or SUV that you would like to sell, flat out sell it to Luther. Drive in to any of the 45 Luther locations. Tell them you have a vehicle you would like them to look at. They'll look it over, and then in about 15 minutes, they'll give you an offer. It's fast, it's simple, it's safe, it's stress-free. They're looking for all makes, all models, and all price ranges. So maybe you think your vehicle's just worth a couple $100 or a couple $1,000. Luther still wants to see it, and they might surprise you with a good offer. And one of the best parts about all this, if you accept the offer, Luther handles all of the paperwork. And look, Luther has the largest inventory in the state of Minnesota, and they are always looking to add to it. And that's where you come in. So find a location right now at lutherauto.com, or if you know where one of those 45 locations is, drive in today and sell that vehicle to Luther. Turns out the best place to buy a car is the best place to sell your car. Sell your car, truck, van, or SUV to Luther. Find them online right now at lutherauto.com. Luther buys used cars.
Standard Water is the standard for basement and exterior waterproofing and foundation repair. Wet basements, cracks in walls, bowing walls, settling foundations. Standard Water does it all since 1977. Free estimates start at standardwater.com. Standardwater.com.
Nordo here for the Modern Sportsman. Shooting range, firearm shop, training center, all up in Coon Rapids. Easy to get to, in fact. Right off Highway 47 and then down in Burnsville as well. Their online permit to carry class right now is an absolute home run. You get the classroom content online, so you have this awesome resource you can access on your time at your convenience, but then you still get Modern Sportsman's expert on-range instruction for certification. Check out the online permit to carry class at the Modern Sportsman, Coon Rapids and Burnsville. Register today at themodernsportsman.com.
When you own your own business, you need to keep things moving. Need to book a last-minute flight? Earn a $300 travel credit to cover that. Need to take a meeting before takeoff? Do it from the comfort of the Chase Sapphire Lounge by the club. Need to catch your breath before you board? Done. With $2,500 in annual value, the new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business is the card that gives back all you put in. Visit chase.com/reserve business to learn more. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC, subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Hey, it's Meat Sauce here, and my wife and I are the envy of the neighborhood. Why? Because we have an amazing sauna from our friends at SaunaSupplyCo.com. Sauna Supply Company is outstanding. They've made a custom sauna for us, and they can do the same for you. Go to SaunaSupplyCo.com.
Turnpike Troubadours at the Ledge Amphitheater on Friday, July 11th. Tickets at Ticketmaster.com.
From the LevelMN.com Weather Center.
This report is sponsored by Meineke.
Meineke, your one-stop shop for total car care with over 50 years of experience and financing options that let you fix now and pay over time. You can trust your keys with Meineke. Engines, brakes, tires, oil. Meineke, doing car care right.
Fan forecast.
We got some rain on the way.
Now back to the 651 Carpets Plus, home of the Next Day Install Studios. It's the Power Trip on the Fan.
Don't wait to be a nice guy in a bad guy world. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show. One final thing, I promise. I won't spend the whole day. Well, I'll spend the whole day thinking about it, but I won't spend the whole time. There is NIL, by the way.
Oh, really?
Once you're in college, you'll get random emails or text messages from businesses saying, "Hey, we'd like you to do this. If you do this, then we'll do this." And you get, it's not money, it's services and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's sweet. I'm glad they upgraded it from last year's.
Oh, yeah.
Because last year's got super, super boring.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
It was just super repetitive.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Madden, where I don't know if like the dynamic scoring bit on MLB The Show is like a patented thing, but like all video games should get harder as you get better at it.
Agreed. Yeah. All right. I guess we got to talk about stuff in the real world.
Time now for Front Page Sports, presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Byron Buxton. Oh, wait. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you got to talk about Holiday. And while you do that, by the way, Detroit Lakes, we are coming to see you tomorrow morning. This time tomorrow morning, we'll be live at the Water Carnival.
Oh, hell yeah.
So come on down and check us out. And Corey will be with us. We'll talk about that momentarily as well.
Get more Monster Energy, buy more and save more. Mix and match your favorite 16-ounce Monster Energy varieties. Buy 3 for $7 or 4 for $8, only at Holiday for a limited time. Byron Buxton was hit in the hand in the first inning of last night's game. He stayed in the game, scored a run, but then was lifted in the second inning for Brooks Lee. The Twins announced he was removed from the game with a left hand contusion. I saw him, he's like day-to-day with that, but that sucks because of the nice... He was going to do the home run derby, and there's a really cute quote from his kid that was like, I just want to like hand my dad a towel and a Gatorade when they call their timeout, that bit where like they all huddle around, which is a kind of a cool bit. He just wanted to do that. So hopefully he's well enough to play in the home run derby. But the Twins still won 4-2. They've won 4 of 5. They are now 45-47. They will look to sweep Dubs' Cubs today at 12-10. Chris Paddock goes for your Twins.
Good.
During the game, we learned that Joe Ryan has been named to the All-Star game to the American League as an All-Star alternative. He will be replacing Houston's Hunter Brown. It's the first time he's an All-Star for Joe Ryan.
Good for him. Good kid, man.
Yeah, great dude.
I shot a television commercial with him. Remember that? Like, was that last year?
I think it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Really good kid, man. I like him.
Yeah.
You'd like him. Good dude.
And then tomorrow, it's him and Paul Skeens, who's maybe the best pitcher in the National League because the Pirates are in town. So that'll be a great game. Plus, after that, it's the Nelly concert. But we're supposed to get rain, so one of the best pitching matchups in a long time at Target Field might get rained out. Hopefully not, because that'll be worth watching.
Yeah.
But by that point, I'll be playing college football, and Louis Lambert's character will be a 5-star recruit on his way to probably.
Oh, you're going to make it him?
Of course,
That's so sweet of him.
I did it in the last one. Before anybody knew what his name was, it was sweet.
That's awesome.
So now he's probably going to go to Notre Dame to please his grandma.
Aw.
The Minnesota Vikings and the Will family have committed $500,000 to support rescue and recovery efforts for those devastating floods in the Texas Hill area.
Oh, that's
Kerr County and
nice,
Texas Hill County.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
Tristan Wirfs, the Buccaneers stud left tackle, will miss the start of this season. He had arthroscopic knee surgery to address a lingering issue.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he should have gone to Nebraska.
You can't stop. Are you ordering a headset?
Don't ask me what I'm doing right now. You don't want to know.
That's what you're doing.
Yes, it is. Well, Zach said I needed one so I could stream the game because this is going to be my new career now. I'm going to play video games.
Well, let Uncle Tim know because it's work related.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I do need to claim this on my taxes. Can I claim my pretend guy's meals?
What? Yes. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But pretend guy's meals.
Yeah. It's business expense.
You need to start coming on here and endorsing all your NIL companies
that are from Nebraska. So is Matt Rule the head coach?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Game, game, game. I can't stop now. Got to keep my world as it should show. Practice calls, no time to delay. Pretend perfect life can't go away. I ain't got time to piss. Gotta play my game. My pretend cartoon stud needs me to live. And I like the pretend world more than reality. So many lines, so much to say, but I'm too busy, can't stay in this game. I'm just a player, can't let the world see what I'm after.
Amen, brother.
Game, I won't break. Got to keep up, got to fake. No time for breaks, no time to rest. Just got to play till the very last.
Here we go.
I ain't got time to piss, so get me a depends. I gotta make it to practice in my pretend perfect world. Game, 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 I wanna play. Game, 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 I'll never stray. In this pretend perfect life, I find my way. More than the real, this is where I stay.
It's like a Rocky montage.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Does the chorus come back?
No, but it should.
Yeah.
I ain't got time to piss. Man, that was great.
That was excellent. Don't got time to piss. Bring me some Depends.
Damn right. If you're committed, you ain't got time to piss.
Yeah, you don't.
That's why my coaches love me.
Hey, but like I asked, it is Matt Rule, right?
Yeah, it is.
Because like
It's
last,
the actual coaches,
I think last year it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was just random dudes. It was like Irish head coach or like.
It's cool because I'll get an email from him. Most of the time I get emails from my defense coordinator.
Yeah.
Every now and again I get one from Coach Rule.
It's like, hey, great job.
By the way, you respect him. Don't call him Matt Rule. He's Coach Rule.
Coach Rule, yeah.
Did you ever get an email from Irish head coach?
Yeah.
No, not yet. Not yet.
I think of what that would sound like.
Yeah, what does that sound like?
Really? You're not trying hard enough. Excuse me. We're getting some complaints. It smells like piss in here. Wait. Oh my God! I just thought about it. My player is Tommy Olsen.
Yeah.
He's pissing in bottles.
Yeah, or his Depends.
I wouldn't say that about your player. Man.
That's a good point.
Say
Yeah.
about your player.
I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to. Actually, he's the exact opposite of Tommy.
Yes.
He ain't got time to get laid either.
No.
He's too concerned.
Yeah.
Tommy would take care of both at the same time.
He loves football.
I ain't got time to piss.
Love it.
You guys listen to this while I go play my game. I'll be right back.
Just play this for 4 hours.
I just want to get to the chorus.
Don't bore us.
Game, game, game. I can't stop now. Got to keep my world as it should show.
Amen.
As a what show?
Calls, no
Practice
time
calls,
to
no time to
delay.
delay.
Pretend perfect life can't go away.
Here we go.
I ain't got time to piss. Gotta play my game. My pretend cartoon stud needs me to live. And I like the pretend world more than reality. So many lines, so much
You're
to
so
say,
into
but I'm
it.
too busy, can't stay in this game. I'm just a player, can't let the world see what I'm after. Game, I won't break. Got to keep up, got to fake. No time for breaks, no time to rest.
Hold on, we got another chorus.
Okay.
I ain't got time to piss, so get me a Depends. I gotta make it to practice in my pretend perfect world. Game, 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 I wanna stray. In this pretend perfect life, I find my way. More than the real, this is where I stay.
Amen. That last line
Yeah,
hits me right
so
here.
good. God, that's great.
They're going to find my body 40 years from now.
Yeah.
And you guys be like, I don't know, he just never came to work anymore. We stopped hearing from him.
He played 188 seasons.
Yeah,
of this.
right. Yeah. It's Chris Hockey, the 28th, is now on the
He
field.
died doing what he loved.
Yeah.
He literally did. Anyway.
Well, it's nice to hear EA actually made a good game for a change. That's
Yada.
For now. We felt the same way, though, a year ago, and it got real boring.
I might
real
get
quick.
bored eventually.
But it was a good start,
It's
and
fun.
it sounds like they actually put effort into like making it better. Added some features. So
Was it the bit that they're putting all this effort into Madden because the contract's up?
Yeah, I've heard that Madden's actually taken a pretty big step up this year.
Thank God, because it's been the same thing since 2008.
They're adding like features that were literally in 2K5 20 years ago.
Game.
Which, by the way, happy 21st anniversary to that game.
That's your favorite video game?
It's a lot of people's favorite video game. It was
What
the
was
best
it
game.
on?
Xbox, PS2, like that. That generation. But man, it was awesome. And Chris Berman, Susie Kolber. Poor Hawk would not have made it through
there's
the
no chance.
halftime interview. With
I want to
Susie.
kiss her.
Yeah, how about that? God, that was such a.
I know.
I want to
Come
kiss
on,
you.
Man. Come on, Joey Jojo.
Yeah, come
Namath.
on, man.
He was drunk.
He was way drunk.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The law doesn't take that as an excuse, though.
No, they do not.
No.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm glad you're loving it, Hog.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. I ain't got time to piss.
Mr. Z's going to call in quickly to talk about Superman.
Oh, really? Yes, that's right.
On the Connecticut Water Systems hotline.
Speaking of that, I do want to say this is free advertising. I'm not getting paid to do this, but I love it so much, and I want to help them stay in business. And I took a screenshot so I'd remember. Stay right there. Everybody be cool. Is everybody being cool?
Oh, yeah.
You guys don't seem like you're being cool.
I'm being cool.
Promise
man.
you're being
There's
cool?
this company called McDonald's.
Oh, God, that'd be great right now.
I would really like some of that, too.
Or some Chick-fil-A.
Oh.
Gosh darn it.
Hawk will pay for it.
I know I took a screenshot. Anyway, at the drive-in this weekend, Superman is playing right before Formula One.
Oh, sweet.
That's a hell of a double feature, right?
Yeah.
I thought I took a screenshot.
And I forgot about those double features at drive-in.
It's the
movies,
best,
man.
dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
Where is the drive-in?
I think it's Litchfield is the name of the city. And, it's a couple hours, but it's fine. I ain't got time for that. I got to play my game.
You're not
my
going.
pretend world
No,
awaits.
But other people can go.
Starlight Drive-In.
It's the best. I love the
that
place, man.
sounds
Am I
sweet.
right? Is that what it says? Is it Superman into Formula One?
There's
two screens.
Yeah, so screen 2 is Superman into Formula One. Screen one is Jurassic World Rebirth into How to Train Your Dragon.
Right. Yeah. It's fun, man. It's a great little place, and it's the old school, snack counter and all that stuff. It's really cool. So go to the drive-in. Keep them in business. Support small business. Patrick Moore Show, Bad Radio Fan.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
September 19th and 20th, streaming live only on Hulu. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Get tickets now at AXS.com.
Gear up, music fans. Hyundai is back as a proud partner of the 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival. Join us as our electrifying all-star lineup hits the stage like never before.
Hear the Lynx all summer long on the Minnesota Lynx channel on iHeartRadio and the audio home for basketball, KFAN. Presented locally by RBC Wealth Management.
Proudly supporting women on and off the court. Bring your financial ideas to RBC Wealth Management, and we'll help make them happen. With skillful guidance and personalized strategies, we're here to help you take charge of your financial future. Learn more at rbcwealthmanagement.com.
The Black Friday and July event from Dell Technologies is here with great offers on trusted technology. You'll also discover huge deals on new AI-ready laptops like the Dell 14 Plus featuring Intel Core Ultra processors starting at $699.99. Save on top accessories, plus enjoy fast, free shipping and other benefits. Upgrade today by visiting Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Join me, Greg Rosenthal, and an all-star cast of media personalities, including Mina Kimes, Steve Weish, Kevin Harlan, and more, for a look at football's best since the turn of the century. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search NFL Daily with Greg Rosenthal, and listen now.
Luther Brookdale Mazda is the Midwest #1 volume Mazda dealer 5 years running. And we've earned the President's Award 7 years in a row for outstanding sales and customer service. Come see us and find out why. LutherMazda.com. The only thing we overlook is $694.
Hey, it's Corey Cove, Power Trip Morning Show for Treasure Island Resort and Casino, TICasino.com. Hope everybody had a nice 4th of July. Lots coming up the rest of this summer and fall at Treasure Island Resort and Casino. Travis Tritt and Trace Adkins are going to be at the island next month on Friday, August 8th. You could hear songs like It's a Great Day to Be Alive and Here's a Quarter, Call Someone Who Cares from Travis Tritt, along with You're Gonna Miss This and Ladies Love Country Boys from Trace Adkins. That's Friday, August 8th. Get your tickets now at TICasino.com. And then Bill Engvall is back. He retired from stand-up comedy, but he couldn't stay away for too long. He is back. Another round of laughs at Treasure Island at the Island Event Center on Friday, September 5th. If you want to get tickets to Bill Engvall, available right now, TICasino.com. Make a weekend out of it. Get a hotel room. Go to Tito's Steakhouse, the Trade Winds Buffet. There's bingo, blackjack, poker, slots, and more. It's Treasure Island Resort and Casino, TICasino.com.
Got one of those days that never stops? Try a stop at Speedway and refresh the vibe with $1 large Big Gulp drinks. Get $1 large Big Gulp drinks at Speedway with Speedy Rewards. The convenience stores of Speedway. Valid through 8/26/25. See app for full terms.
Memorial Day represents the official start of summertime fun, but it also has a reputation as being the start of the 100 deadliest days on Minnesota roads. Have you been injured in an accident? Hey, it's Corey Coe from the Power Trip Morning Show. And if you are looking for a law firm you can feel good about calling, Schwabel, Getz, and Sieben. They've helped thousands of Minnesotans through some of life's toughest moments, and they are ready to help you too. Schwabel, Getz, and Sieben, the personal injury powerhouse. Local, experienced, on your side. Visit Schwabel.com or call 612-377-7777.
Raising Cane's is the only fuel I need. Their chicken fingers always fill my tank. So when I'm running on fumes, I always refuel at Raising Cane's. But turns out, not everything's fueled by Cane's. Guess the old girl prefers her sauce unleaded. One love.
Plugging you into safety, service, and innovation. Rosie here for Edison Electric. They've been serving Minneapolis and St. Paul, in fact, the entire Twin Cities metro area, since 2007. They do everything from outdoor lighting to general electrical repair and troubleshooting. Go to electricianmn.com for upfront pricing on all residential electrical services in Minneapolis. That's electricianmn.com.
Order up! Edina AC Repair, extra filter.
Yes, Chef Wade.
Chef Wade? Work in a kitchen line can be a bear, little brother. You gotta hustle.
Ah, just like Pronto's same-day service repair.
We'll arrive within 24 hours of your call.
Or pay $100 for every day you wait. Guaranteed.
AC Repair, Eden Prairie.
Yes, Chef Wade.
Get same-day air conditioning repair
at ProntoAC.com.
For a rewarding career, join Twin City Framers, the industry leader in the largest wood frame projects. Twin City Framers believes good work deserves good pay. That's why a lead framer makes $38.75 per hour, with profit sharing and scheduled reviews with raises, plus full insurance, 401k, paid time off, training, a great work environment, and more. At Twin City Framers, enjoy constant, safe work and get home in time for dinner. Apply at TwinCityFramers.com now. That's TwinCityFramers.com.
Get ready for the 2025 Ignited We Stand Tour. Featuring Fuel and Lit at the St. Croix Casino Hurdle Amphitheater. Fuel with Lit. Live, outdoors, and for all ages on Friday, July 25th. Tickets are $25 in advance, $35 day of show. Tickets and details at goplaywin.com.
Hey, it's Chris Hockey here. Summer, the best season of the year, in my opinion. I get to play all these awesome music festivals all over the country, and I'm logging some serious miles on my Harley. And whenever I do have a weekend off, I'm grilling and chilling with my family and friends. It's the best. And I'll admit, the beers and cocktails flow pretty easy this time of year. But one thing you won't see me do, jump on my motorcycle after drinking. So do me a favor. Do everyone you know a favor. Always remember this. You booze, you cruise, you lose. Ride sober. Ride smart. A message from the Minnesota Department of Public Safety.
Beat the heat with Hoffman Cooling and Heating. Your comfort is our priority.
Double your presets, double the fun. Make KFAN the #1 preset in your car. And now in the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Just another way to listen to the Fan.
Tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, the Summer of Loud Tour stops by Somerset Amphitheater, and we have your final chance to win tickets. All you got to do, pull up that iHeartRadio app, use the talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app. Tell us why you need those tickets. Listen to the Power Trip each day for your chance to win, and good luck.
Thank you, Zacho, and good luck to all of you. You can do that, and this weekend you can see a brand new film featuring one of our great superheroes, Superman. The film comes out in theaters and at the drive-in. And on the phone to talk to us about that.
Well, he was, but then he said he was calling and he didn't get any answer.
I don't see that.
I told him to call again.
Hi, I'm Mr. Z.
Hey, Mr. Z, what's happening?
Superman, real good.
Wow, that's real weird.
Yeah.
And that's all I got to say. Goodbye now.
All right.
Okay, see you, buddy. Thanks. That's a hell of a review.
Mr. Z, hello? Are the phones not on?
I got to know.
Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah,
We can
what's
hear
up,
you.
brother?
You sound so good.
Not mucho. Just hanging out. Getting ready for Superman to open.
Yeah, and I'm guessing you've seen it?
Yeah. And in fact, I was excited to kind of call in. I know you guys are on location tomorrow, so
yeah.
I just want to talk because it was I really DC for a long time has been making movies, and they've been so dark and dreary, and even though they're good, sometimes not so good, but everything is grays and dark and rainy constantly. And then James Gunn came in, and Superman is such a nice change to this really, really bright and colorful world with lots of reds and blues and greens, and that may not seem that important, but it really was so nice for me to go in and just have a blast at a DC movie.
So it's 83% on your favorite website. What makes this one so good other than the fact that James Gunn is the director?
Well, one thing, I don't know, we talk about kind of joy or fun sometimes that movies really, it's nice to have a really serious movie that, maybe makes a difference and all those kind of things. But when it comes down to it, one of the reasons we go to the movie is to kind of escape from reality, to get out of our normal world and into a different place for a couple hours. And this movie does that really well. It just kind of, for the first time, it's a Superman movie. It's kind of silly, right? And so, I read some of those reviews, negative reviews, of people were saying, well, it's kind of cartoony and overstuffed. And I said, that's exactly what I want. I want an overstuffed, cartoony Superman.
Yeah.
And so it's really just the joy, the pleasure of just feeling of being part of the movie and the silliness of it and the fun of going to a movie. It's a true popcorn movie.
May I ask a silly question? Is this a resetting of the rebirth of Superman, or is it a whole new storyline? Is it based on something I might have seen before?
No, it makes an assumption that you know who Superman is and how he got to where he is. So it's not an origin story.
Okay.
The movie kind of picks up, but it doesn't pick up. How do I put this? It doesn't pick up from a real story, if that makes any sense. Like you get the opening scene, you're immersed into the Superman where he's a grown Superman, and then it goes from there. But the characters are there, Lois Lane and Lex Luthor, and so so knowing who those people are probably helps a little bit, but there's nothing else in the story that builds on anything from the past.
Okay.
Is it the best DC movie so far?
Well, let's sometimes not to be a snob, but best and most enjoyable are sometimes tricky ways of putting things, because people like to use best movie for like an Oscar-winning movie, and then I find that so is it the most enjoyable movie? It depends on if you count Batman Begins, Christopher Nolan's, as a DC movie, which you probably do. I personally thought Batman, of the trilogy, Batman Begins is my favorite. Most people like The Dark Knight. So that everything seems to be held up against Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy. But if you take that out, yes, it definitely is.
Yeah, for sure. It looks sweet. There's always, they've made so many Superman movies, and a lot of them have been bad. I hope this one's good.
And is it a villain I'm going to be familiar with?
What was that?
Is there a villain that I will be familiar with? The foe of
Well,
Batman?
I mean, Holt plays Lex Luthor, and he went with the full bald Lex Luthor, like most of Lex Luthors are. So, yeah. That. As far as lots of cameos, lots of other stuff coming in. As far as the non-Lex Luthor villains, maybe, maybe not, but it doesn't really matter. And then there's a ton of surprises that happen throughout the movie that I, of course, won't spoil.
Ooh.
How big is this movie going to do?
It's going to be. It's going to be big. I'm hoping. If the numbers don't really mean much, it's a way for us to gauge things. But 125 million weekend, that kind of thing.
Wow.
And which is, we're done with the Avengers days when things opened to 200 million. But I would say, and then the cool thing is that the word of mouth, when people look at Rotten Tomatoes, I always look to the right side where they have the audience score, because that's the people who kind of want to go see it. What did they think of it? And it was, 97%?
Yeah.
And that's the key, is that, so it's going to be big. It's going to, but not, it's going to open 115, 125, 130 million. And then the next week, it'll drop a little bit, and then when Fantastic Four, but it'll be a nice July movie.
Sweet.
Yeah, cool. Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Z.
All right, guys.
Yeah, you're the best.
Talk to you later. Bye.
There he goes. There he goes. See him? There he goes, ladies and gentlemen.
He left.
Did you guys see the other big movie news yesterday?
What's that?
No.
National Treasure 3.
Are you kidding me?
Might be coming.
With Cage?
Are you joking with me?
I'm not joking. I would never joke. Are you kidding me? I would never joke about this.
Are the first two any good?
What?
I've never seen them.
Get out.
What?
Go away.
Yeah, I've not seen them. No.
Are you out of your damned
Go
mind?
away.
Is there a problem?
No.
We got a problem here?
It's one of the best movies of all time.
Have you seen it, Benzo?
I have not.
2 is fine.
I have not, but I've heard it's great, and I feel like it's right up my alley.
Yeah.
And I am not opposed to watching it.
Good.
And I think, from the way I understand, it's a great movie for kids too.
100%. It's
real good.
It's a real
family
family movie, right?
Real good.
Yeah.
Real good.
Yeah, get with the program there,
I know
Saucer.
you're thinking sauce.
You guys
Yeah, I
should
can't
all
believe
you
I've
should
not
have
seen
a
it.
double family night together. Go get together, watch it.
Well, I think
I got stuff to do.
Yeah, Louis.
I got Louis.
He goes to bed
early.
Right
So
after.
you're using sauces.
Yeah, Ben's using my excuse now.
That's real good. Good thinking, yeah.
Let's see. When did the Declaration of Independence movie come out?
Mid 2000s, I would think. Right? It's probably pretty old.
The Brendan Fraser one?
No, the one that you guys are talking about. Is
2004.
I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, 2004. That sounds right. Yeah.
National
Sure.
Treasure, The Book of Secrets, the second one, 36% on Rotten Tomatoes.
that was
The first one is 48.
It was
I don't
first
know
one
what
was
their problem is.
What did
way
Mr.
better.
Z just talk about?
Superman.
Best or like best experience?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
See, I think this is one of those like best experience.
Yeah,
things.
audience score 76%.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Audience
It's
score on the
so
second
good.
one.
It's a very
67,
rewatchable
not
film
bad.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't seen either.
The
of
gal
them.
in there is pretty good looking.
and it's Cage.
Yeah, Cage Wales.
Cage is pretty whaley.
Yeah, Cage
Cage
is
Wales.
pretty whaley.
And he actually plays that role really, really well.
Yeah.
He is Benjamin Franklin Gates.
Whoa.
Gates.
That's his name.
I'm sorry.
Benjamin Frankengates.
Franklin Gates.
Franklin
Oh.
Gates.
Oh, I get it now.
And Diane Kruger as Abigail Chase.
Charlie Bailey Gates.
Who's he play?
Larry Reynolds.
Happy birthday, Larry Reynolds.
The NASCAR guy?
Yeah.
If you could play your game on your phone, would you do it?
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah.
Okay, can I stop you there for a second? Can we talk about that?
Sure.
Hawk, I'm not so sure I want to run to your arms or run away from your arms.
I understand that feeling.
Because he ain't got time to pee?
No, he built a character that sort of looks like me.
I know.
Yeah,
He really does.
I'm not so sure. Like, am I flattered or am I scared?
I understand your feeling. I'm not sure how to feel about it either. But it is true. He does look a lot like you.
How tall are you?
Well, I'm 6'3".
Yeah.
This guy's 6'4".
Yeah.
That guy's 275.
Yeah.
My plane weight was like 240. So I
Yeah.
mean, it's not exactly
Yeah.
apples to apples here,
Yeah,
but
it's a meteor you.
yeah, it's a
hot.
heftier me.
But the truth has been, I tried to make him look like me, but they didn't have any faces this round. I couldn't find
You don't
Charlie
have
Brown's
a
head.
round face.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Your guy sort of has Asian eyes.
I feel like I kind of do too. I kind of
Let me-
I kind of do. I feel like I kind of do.
I don't know.
Brilliant, Zach.
What was that? I didn't,
He was humming hungry eyes. Brilliant.
I don't know. Yeah, I do
Hold on,
admit
let me go
though.
back and watch this.
I do admit that that he does look like you. I do admit it, and I like it. I find you to be attractive.
Yeah, my God, it does look like Ben. It
Whatever.
is Ben.
Whatever. No, it's me. Only tall and skinny.
Yeah.
Ben, what star recruit were you?
I think I was a no star. I don't think that.
So was Justin Jefferson.
Was he a no star?
Yep.
I thought he was like
Or
a
a
one.
one.
I thought
One
he was
or
like
zero,
a one. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't think I have got a star rating.
No kidding.
Yeah.
It probably made you work harder, though, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You
for
running
sure.
off the field and that neck roll is so good.
And by the way, that was an option I chose.
Yeah.
I chose the
Oh,
neck roll.
you got to go with the
You
neck
got to
roll.
go with the
you
neck
have
roll.
to,
Yeah. That guy looks like somebody who would have played on my team, only much, 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 much bigger than anybody near my school. I don't know. It's the coolest. I love it.
Yeah.
And I even you chose your face mask. You chose your helmet style. You choose whether or not you have the long socks or short socks. You choose everything. It's so much fun, Ben.
I know.
It's so much fun.
I think I could get real involved in this game.
I am real involved in it.
Yeah.
I spent more time yesterday in that world than this one. I'm not going to lie to you. I did. And it was the best day I've had in a long time.
And you're going to go right back to it
I
today.
am.
Just wait until he tells you off the air what he's going to do.
I ain't got time to piss,
Yeah,
Ben.
you ain't got time to piss.
Get him wear a stadium buddy while you play.
That's right. It's fun. We'll talk more about that and everything else. Ben Lieber is here. Parker Fox a little bit later. Plus a special guest to talk to us about some very cool things involving a drone. So much going on. Power Trip Morning Show after this on The Fan.
KFAN Total Traffic.
From the 1-800-ASK-GARY Traffic Center.
We have delays on 94 eastbound from 35E to Mounds. 94 with an accident eastbound before County Road 19 on the right shoulder. Traffic slow on the Lafayette Freeway northbound from Plato to 94. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest Total Traffic.
This report is sponsored by St. Paul College. Get started on your education at St. Paul College this fall. Unbeatable value, student support, and programs that work for you. Don't wait. Apply for free today at stpaul.edu. St. Paul College. Fit in, stand out.
Let me ask you something. Is your money doing everything it can for you?
I don't know. How would I know?
Is it automatically saving for special events and keeping you posted on its progress? Like at Huntington Bank?
Oh, no.
Is it tracking your spending so you can make the best choices at the mall?
Nope.
Or setting limits on your teenager's debit card?
Definitely not.
Then it could certainly be doing more.
Yeah, sure sounds like it.
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Hey, it's Meat Sauce here from my amazing friends at Dive Guys and DiveGuysMN.com. If you have weeds in your lake property and you need them out, if you live on any lake and you have grandkids, you have kids who don't like going in said lake because of the yucky weeds, get them pulled out by my friends at Dive Guys and DiveGuysMN.com. They pull them up by the root. There's no muck. They do the best job. Instantaneous results is what my friends at Dive Guys offer. They have locations in western Wisconsin, Brainerd Lakes area, and in this area of Minneapolis. Get them at diveguysmn.com. Hawk gets it. diveguysmn.com. Bye.
Buying, selling, or just living in a home? You can trust Standard Water to fix your radon or mold problems. Standard Water is the radon and mold expert since 1977. Free estimates start at standardwater.com. Standardwater.com. Standard Water for mold and radon.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go online at carsforkids.org to donate today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Order up! Edina AC Repair Extra Filter.
Yes, Chef Wade.
Chef Wade?
Work in a kitchen line can be a bear, little brother. You gotta hustle.
Ah, just like Pronto's same-day service repair.
We'll arrive within 24 hours of your call.
Or pay $100 for every day you wait. Guaranteed.
AC Repair Eden Prairie.
Yes, Chef Wade.
Get same-day air conditioning repair
at prontoac.com.
With Demo, you can get real-time driving insights and AI diagnostics, so you can fix problems before they get expensive. It works with almost any car, and you'll earn weekly rewards just for driving. Save $20 now on Amazon or at demo.co/iHeart.
Hey, it's Meat Sauce. I was talking to the Home Energy Squad auditor who came to my house from Excel Energy, and I asked him what he loved the most about his job. He said it's helping people save energy and make their homes more comfortable. And honestly, I get it now. My home feels so much more cozy, and I know I use less energy. It's all thanks to their personalized advice and recommendations. It's really a win-win. Find out how you can benefit. Head on over to excelenergy.com/squad to sign up for your Home Energy Squad visit, sponsored by Excel Energy.
Turnpike Troubadours at the Ledge Amphitheater on Friday, July 11th. Tickets at Ticketmaster.com.
This report is sponsored by Blaze Credit Union.
David Festa pitched 5+ innings of 2-run ball to help the Twins beat the Cubs at Target Field. Byron Buxton left in the second inning after getting hit in the hand by a pitch. Twins ace Joe Ryan selected to his first All-Star game, replacing Astros' Hunter Brown. The Lynx' 5-game winning streak snapped as they fell to the Mercury in Phoenix. Timberwolves open Summer League play today against the Pelicans. I'm Ronza Moss.
Blaze will be your trusted financial partner on the road of life. They will find the right path for you, even if it means blazing a new one. Head to blazecu.com to learn more. Insured by NCUA.
We broadcast from the 651 Carpets Plus, home of the Next Day Install Studios. FM 100.3, KFXN, Minneapolis, St. Paul. The Fan.
Well.
The Lynx, they're back in action today. They head to Los Angeles to battle the Sparks. Tip-off is at 2.
I can't stop watching the video of you running off the field.
On the Lynx station and the free iHeartRadio app.
My pretend cartoon stud needs me to live, and I like the pretend world more than reality. So many lines, so much to say, but I'm too busy, can't stay in this game. I'm just a player, can't let the world see what I'm after. Fan game, I won't break. Got to keep up, got to fake. No time for breaks, no time to rest. Just got to play till the very last. I ain't got time to piss, so bet me it depends. I gotta make it to practice in my pretend perfect world.
montage video. It's
Every
my Rocky
time, yeah.
montage. I can't help it. It makes me want to do a montage.
I can't get enough of you running off the field and pointing to the crowd.
I can't, and you know who I'm pointing at.
Yeah.
The voluptuous ladies.
Oh, yeah, all of them.
Yeah,
All of them.
yeah.
Sorority row.
Oh, yeah, they know.
Yeah.
But they also know I'm saving myself for the NFL.
Yeah. Because you ain't got time to pee.
Yeah, I ain't got time to pee.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for the V either. I'm
Your
trying to make
mic's
it the
on.
NFL.
Yeah. Well, good for you.
Thank you. Yeah, I am going to do that, by the way, what we talked about during
Yeah,
the
you
break.
have to. You have to. I wouldn't stream that, but yeah, you should do that.
Yeah. I'm going to make myself my real size,
Yeah.
and I'm going to be a one-star recruit,
Yep.
and we're going to see just how far I make it.
Yeah. I mean, the thing though is, even if you are a one-star recruit, some college would want you, right? You
sure.
will have the opportunity to play.
You'd hope so.
Yeah,
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose does the game allow you to walk on? Like if you're not recruited,
that's a good point.
If you're not recruited at all,
That is a great question.
can you
I'm not
walk
sure.
on and work your way up from the 100th guy on the team?
That would be awesome if you could.
So like Rudy, can you Rudy it?
Oh my God, I don't know, but that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Can they cut you? Can they be like you just
You
show
just
up one
don't
day and
play.
just tells you you don't?
I almost got demoted because I played so badly against Ohio State. I had to re-earn my starting spot again.
My God.
Yeah.
You should have gone to prom.
I know, you're right. I should have played better is what I should have done. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Coach.
Yeah. Yeah. Coach rule.
I didn't work hard enough.
Yeah. So if you haven't gotten this far, and I don't know if it's this detailed, but if like you guys are like 2-8 or 2-9, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Does Coach Rule get canned and then you have to go find your own, like a new spot?
I bet. And
Yeah.
I bet. And I would guess there's a transfer portal as
Yeah,
well.
there is.
Yeah.
There is. There was in the last game. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
See, I like the fact that they fixed the competitive part of it.
Yeah.
Because it is boring if you're just winning all the time. If it doesn't
Yeah.
take a whole lot of effort to win.
Well, as I've said 50 times, it needs the dynamics bit that MLB The Show has, where it gets harder as you get better at it.
Yeah.
And then it adjusts as you go. Because the rookie on Madden is way too easy, but like the all pro is impossible. So there's really no in between.
Yeah. I'm with you. Anyway, there you go. You know what? We've buried the top story as we go into what really matters here. I really want to know in what really matters. Brought to you by anybody?
Zach?
I don't think it's brought to you by anybody, is it?
Wow.
Okay.
What is happening?
wide
This
open.
show is
We're falling
crumbling.
apart. Yeah, I know.
well,
It's happening. Yeah. But Corey's no longer playing poker.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, the update there. He
passed away.
He busted
He
out
died?
pretty quick.
He busted.
He busted?
Did you call him when he
Of
busted?
course he did. He's in
Yeah.
Vegas.
Yeah, but he finished 1,253.
That's pretty
That's
good.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Good
out,
for
of,
Corey.
out of how many do you think?
9,700 and something.
Yeah,
or
good
other.
for Corey.
So he did very well. He he cashed for the first time ever. I believe that was his 5th main event, and he cashed for the first time. And $17,500 was his prize. So up 7,500. Not a bad week of.
Good for Core.
Yeah, good job,
for
Core.
Yeah,
well done, buddy.
Since
well
I'm going to lean on you because you're the only one that has
He's
paid
he's
attention.
Corey's publicist.
Yeah. Yeah, you've done a great job of kind of amping him up. What does this do for, does he get ranked? Does he get recognized now
yeah.
by like the
Oh, yeah, good
association?
point.
No, I mean, obviously.
Does he need a montage?
You know, at least in Minnesota, I
Damn
think
right
you know
he does.
the community here is gonna the poker community obviously is happy for him, but doesn't really move much of a needle on that end. But it
There's not going to be
increases-
like a parade or anything, right?
I mean, if we want to,
I mean, if he won, I would guess there would.
He doesn't want a parade.
yeah. If he won, there'd definitely be a parade in Vegas. We would have had the biggest
we would have had to go
party.
Yeah,
Because
of course.
the top take home is how much money?
$10 million.
Yeah.
10 mil.
If he made it to the final table, the final 9, so only like 1,244 more spots up, he would have at least gotten $1 million.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So if he'd won a couple of more hands or like a day's worth of more hands, do you
like
think?
for 4 days.
Yeah.
More
Okay,
times.
yeah. Got it.
But he did good, man. I'm happy.
Yeah, good
I'm
for
not
him,
gonna lie to
man. He's getting better.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd rather lose than than have to play that many days of poker, so I could go home and rejoin the better world.
You need help.
Your virtual world of football.
My virtual world. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean.
So
Well, good for
he'll-
you,
yeah.
Cor. He'll be with
Good
us
job,
tomorrow.
Cor.
in
Yeah,
Detroit
man.
Lakes.
Flying home this morning and
You did it.
You did it.
Nice job.
She's going to be a big girl.
I bet he was not happy. How much you want to bet he wasn't happy?
Probably
No,
not.
I'm guessing he was pretty happy.
You think so, really?
Well,
Yeah. I mean, you're cashing.
yeah, he's very. You know how lack of emotion he has.
he has zero.
So he probably looked at it as the logical sense of I was the top 1,200 in an almost 10,000.
He should be happy. That's
person
sweet.
tournament. So he would be. Now, I would be pissed. I would have thrown my stuff down and been
Well, you also know how it is too. We don't know how he went out, like how he was like losing his ship. If he feels like he made the right moves,
correct.
He's like, if I played the hand the way I'm supposed to play the hand and I lost, he's not gonna be mad at himself.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to hear about that.
Yeah.
Well, you won't because you're over there.
That's a good point. You're right.
You'll walk out.
That's right. You're right. Yeah, well, that's pretty cool, man. Good for him. You know.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Do you think
He
he'll
loves
get
it, man. It's his bit.
Do you think he'll take that $7,500 and get a breast reduction?
It's a great. I don't think it needs a reduction. I think he does need, obviously, some sort of reshaping, though.
Yeah. A breast sculpture.
Yeah, he needs a
okay.
sculpt.
It's more of a.
Yeah.
What would you do with him, Hawk?
Probably motorboat.
No.
$7,500 is his tease.
Yeah. Yeah. What would you do? What would you do to improve him?
To make, first of all, I'd make the sons of bitches the same size. It's like two different people. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing, man.
It's like a lumpy pillow.
Yeah, and it also looks like somebody needs to adjust his headlights. One's pointing down, the other one's pointing off to the right. He looks like the guy from Young Frankenstein's eyeballs. That's what his nipples look like.
He needs a nipple realignment.
He does. He needs them realigned. It's getting to be gosh darn ridiculous.
Oh,
yeah,
buddy.
Yeah, it's. I'm not saying I won't bone him, but still.
Yeah, you ain't scared. Wait, which person of you are we talking about? Your character or you?
We're the same person. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Anyway.
My favorite part of the video game talk is, I just want to be liked. I do everything I should, but it's as real as I want it to be. But this guy's 6'4", 120 pounds heavier than he actually is.
Yeah, so what?
Yeah, it's funny. It's great.
It's not. It makes me happy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so good job, Cor. There you go. That does matter, and it does matter to him for sure.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, it does.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Good. All right, there you go. So, what else is going on in the world of sports? Come on, it's what really matters. Come on, baby.
I'm glad you brought up as he's thinking about. I'm glad you brought up the Christian Horner thing yesterday. That's big news.
How big is that?
That's
dude?
huge news.
They must have found more evidence that he did something wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw a rundown of the list because one of the experts was saying if this shocks you, then you're not paying attention.
Right.
Because this has been brewing for a while.
Yeah. And
because he had some sort of sexting scandal. He had like a list of 5 different things that just weren't going well within Red Bull.
Right.
But to be effective immediately.
I know.
Like dunzo.
Don't even go back to your desk. Somebody will meet you with your stuff kind of thing. Yeah. Right.
20 years. Multiple championships. Multiple constructors championships. He put Red Bull Racing on the map. And you're like, see ya.
And bye.
Yeah.
Give me your key card.
Yeah,
you out.
Yeah. And they struggled to find a way to beat Lewis Hamilton, and then they figured it out, and now they can't be beat.
Well, this year, McLaren's kicking everybody's butt right now.
Yeah, good point. You're right. Yep, that's true.
Which is the worst situation because their principal is just one of the most. I can't stand that guy. But anyway. It'll be interesting to see where he goes. I'm secretly hoping, as USA Pride, that he goes to Cadillac. But it sounds like he's going to go to Alpine.
Whoa.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't think that he wants to move his family. And Alpine is not far from Red Bull headquarters in the UK.
Right.
So, and they actually have an interim team principal. So.
Yeah,
they don't even have like a real guy.
And the latest series that was on Formula One, I should say season that was on Netflix of Formula One, was the scandal at the very beginning of it, and I just felt horrible for Ginger Spice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because you know what he's being accused of, and she gets asked about it every turn, everywhere she goes. It's just the worst, man. So I don't know. We'll find out. But that happened, and bam. I did tell you already, Ben, right, about the series on Netflix about the girls who are trying to be Formula One drivers. Did we talk about
the
that?
F4, the F4 racers, yeah.
It's really, really good, man. I finished the entire series. I think you're gonna dig it.
I gotta start watching Quarterback first.
Yeah, I gotta watch that too.
We watched it. It's outstanding.
The whole thing? You've binged the whole thing?
Yeah. It's great, man. You learn to love Jared Goff. You feel super bad for Kirko, and I know I've ripped him on this station, but my God, is he a good human being?
See,
who, Kirko?
They show like the bit where he gets benched and like he brings his wife to tears by how like what he does like right after he finds out he's not. He's a good dude. And then what can I think of the other guy?
Burrow?
Yeah, Burrow, great dude. Also, they're just good dudes.
Yeah, I heard Burrow's great.
Burrow's great, and Burrow loves swearing. There's a lot of swearing in this, but yeah. It's just fun, man. It makes you jack to your T words for football season.
You know what I love about it?
It's
I saw the one clip where Burrow's talking about fossils.
Yeah. And he tried to buy one. And they were like,
I love the insight into these guys' personalities because everybody thinks, not everybody, but a lot of people think that the top tier football guys are all football all the time, right? They're just sort of robotic. And that's, you could probably say the same thing about, I think that Tom Brady kind of gives off that vibe that they're all sort of like that. And maybe Aaron Rodgers is the opposite of that. But there's everything in between. Like they have real interests just like everybody else. And Joe Burrow is out there flying his dork flag.
Yeah.
And
Love
he's
it,
like,
man.
When do I not think about fossils?
Yeah.
He's like, why wouldn't you not think about fossils?
That's so cool.
He's like, they're millions of years old.
Just wait till you see the gift he buys his linemen. That's a cool scene too. It's very unique.
You know what
Christmas gift thing?
Yeah.
You know what?
It's very unique.
Would be cool though, and I want him to use like Aaron Rodgers though. You know, I want somebody to dislike as well.
Yeah. You have sort of like it's like WWE, like the good guys and the bad guys, right?
Yeah. I mean, because there's somebody out there besides Aaron Rodgers, of course, who seems to be the kind of guy that would be hard to be around. I don't know if that's true or not, but there's got to be a quarterback in the league that obviously everybody doesn't like Russell Wilson or something like that. That's the guy. That's the guy.
That's the guy.
That's the guy I want.
Well, Ben had already watched it if that was the guy. Yeah.
I got to see that
you're right,
season.
though, because you would hate watch it.
Yeah, you would.
Like, oh, God, I hate this guy. And like, I hate him even more.
And I know the NFL likes to be loved. I get that, but it would help them just as much to have a guy people didn't like.
Well,
it really would.
The cheese factor. If Russell Wilson was on that, it would be.
I do love cheese.
Yeah.
Do you guys have three quarterbacks off the top of your head that you'd want to see that are not the guys that are currently on it?
Zacho,
J.J. McCarthy, Joe Burrow again, and J.J. McCarthy again.
I would like to see our guy because I'd like to see the angle of
getting the first year starter.
Yeah, I would like to see that.
Yeah, you want to see the angle of his dangle? Yeah, I get that, dude. I do. I get it.
That's a good question.
But name a reason that I wouldn't.
What?
Name not one of my reasons for it.
Yeah. Would you please not?
Yeah.
I would like to see.
The dangle's his reason.
Yeah, I would like to see McCarthy in his first year. I would like to see that bit. Plus, you get more into it if it's your guy, right?
Yeah.
You know who I want to see?
Jaden Daniels. I would like to see because that guy's he's a monster.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And then
Jalen Hurts, just because I want to see how hard it is to be a quarterback in Philadelphia.
He's a good dude. Yeah,
I bet he goes through hell in Philadelphia.
Yeah, that would probably
that'd be cool.
That'd be cool too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of I'd like to see Baker. I'd like to see.
Baker's
like to see
great.
Lamar.
Yeah, Lamar's great. Yeah,
Lamar's another guy. That'd be good.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
But it's great, man. It's better than the season a couple years ago because as good of a guy as Marcus Mariota is, it was boring. It was boring.
But they didn't know when they started filming he wasn't going to end up being.
Well, he got benched, didn't he? Or he was a backup or something like that.
I don't know though. Hawk, I think a lot of people knew that he had a really bland personality.
No kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is Peyton Manning behind this whole thing. I mean, he knows.
Yeah, he does know.
And Patrick Mahomes is
right.
another producer of it.
Yeah, they know the ins and outs and the personalities around. They've been around these guys for years.
Yeah, touche. You got that right. I don't know. That's good. I'm glad to see that it's going to be good.
My second reason.
I'm looking forward to watching it. Maybe at some point I'll have to, but I ain't got time right now. Because I got a college football career to play.
Yeah, you love it.
Through the crowd, he sees the
this is a new song?
This is an old one we played before. It's about JJ, the future of football.
Every step, every move, he's on a roll. His heart beats like a drum under the high battle we stand. Together we'll win it all in this game of chance.
Yeah, it's a game of chance. Unless JJ's the quarterback, then there's no chance anybody can beat us. God, you know who'd be great on our squad? Cartoon Me.
Yeah, Cartoon Me would be great.
Is your first name Hawk or Chris?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
You didn't change it to like Thor or something?
I thought about giving myself a cool name, but I couldn't do it. I didn't want to seem like I had a big ego.
Yeah. He didn't even go to homecoming.
No, Chris is a very bland name, and I want everybody to like me.
Yeah. That's why he runs to the crowd and points at everybody.
The only thing I don't like about the game is there's not an opportunity to do charity work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Press X to bag grocery.
Yeah, right. I'm saving animals. I'm doing all kinds of stuff. Sarah McLachlan's my favorite artist. I get all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Punch Your Morning Show. He does. Both of us on the Fan. The Fan.
KFAN Total Traffic.
Hey, it's Chris Hockey, the Power Trip Morning Show. Did you know that even in this modern world, literally millions of Americans either can't afford high-speed internet at home or live in a location where it's not available? Think about what that would do to you when it came to education or healthcare or even just social opportunities. That's why AT&T is committing $5 billion to help 25 million people get and stay connected to affordable high-speed internet access by 2030. This initiative began in 2021, and since then, nearly 5 million Americans have benefited from AT&T's discounted internet service and digital literacy programs. What a gift, right? To be able to have access for schooling and for work. And beyond those receiving assistance getting connected to high-speed internet, AT&T has reached about 360,000 students through the Achievery, a free digital learning platform. They've also helped educate 288,000 adults with digital literacy resources and workshops. I love when our greatest companies take this kind of initiative to help people. That's what it's all about, right?
Connecting changes everything. AT&T.
KFAN Total Traffic.
From the 1-800-ASK-GARY Traffic Center.
Good morning. We have delays on 94 westbound from Highway 280 to Franklin. 94 with an accident eastbound before County Road 19 on the right shoulder. Delays eastbound from Highway 610 to Weaver Lake and eastbound 35E to Mounds. 169 tight northbound from Highway 101 to Old Shakopee. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest Total Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Treasure Island Resort and Casino. Discover your summer soundtrack at Treasure Island's 2-day music festival. Music by the Mississippi. See Shane Smith and the Saints, Shaky Graves, Soul Asylum, and more incredible artists on Friday and Saturday, July 25th and 26th. Get your tickets at TICasino.com.
The month of July is National Carpet Cleaning Month. And I know that sounds fake, but it's not. Because of that, Zero Res is offering a buy 3 rooms of carpet cleaning and get 1 free. Plus $50 off air duct cleaning services. Now, maybe you need to get your home ready for a big summer event like a grad party or a summer barbecue. Or maybe you're thinking about all that snow that came in last winter, all the mud and dirt that came in this spring, and you're saying to yourself, it's been a long time since I've had my carpets cleaned. Well, Zero Res is the way to go. I've been using them for over a decade. They're absolutely fantastic. Nobody does it better than Zero Res. And Zero Res can handle it all. Carpets, tile, rugs, upholstery, air ducts. Basically every surface in your home can be Zero Resified. So before that big summer event, or just because you haven't done it in a long time, now is the time to call 952-ZERO-RES and schedule your appointment with Zero Res. ZeroResMinnesota.com or call 952-ZERO-RES and ask for the KFAN special. Spell it backward or forward, it spells the same. Zero Res.
Order up! Edina AC Repair Extra Filter.
Yes, Chef Wade.
Chef Wade? Work in a kitchen line can be a bear, little brother. You gotta hustle.
Just like Pronto's same-day service repair.
We'll arrive within 24 hours of your call.
Or pay $100 for every day you wait. Guaranteed.
AC Repair, Eden Prairie.
Yes, Chef Wade.
Get same-day air conditioning repair.
At ProntoAC.com.
Bank of America is a nation's leading business lender, and we're ready to help with your next goal here in the Twin Cities. That's why we have over 3,700 local business specialists across the country. Because with the right team, your business and community prosper. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/local business. Bank of America, official bank of FIFA Club World Cup 2025. Bank of America Corporation, all rights reserved.
Hey, it's Corey Cove, Power Trip Morning Show for Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. Raising Cane's, one love. Raising Cane's is your go-to spot this summer, no matter if you're on a road trip or just taking it easy with your friends, with their cook-to-order chicken fingers, crinkle-cut fries, Texas toast, and secret cane sauce. You'll be sure to enjoy all that summer has to offer with Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. Something like 17 Twin Cities locations make today a Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers Day. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. Raising Cane's. One love.
2 windows or 10. Installation labor is still just $1. Go to buildersandremodelers.com.
From the LevelMN.com Weather Center.
This report is sponsored by Luther Brookdale Mazda.
Luther Brookdale Mazda is the Midwest's #1 volume Mazda dealer 5 years running. And we've earned the President's Award 7 years in a row for outstanding sales and customer service. Come see us and find out why. LutherMazda.com. The only thing we overlook is $694.
Fan forecast.
We got a high of like 83 today.
Never!
The Power Trip, 9 to noon. The Common Man and Bumper to Bumper. Live every day on iHeartRadio and keeping it 100.3. KFAN, The Fan.
Can't play that.
Whoa. I didn't know what I heard.
I'm sorry. I'm too confused by what I'm seeing on my screen right now.
Which is?
You know what? Let me just say this, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show. Ben Lieber's over there. As is Paul Meatsauce Lambert and Zacho Halverson. My name is Chris Hockey. No Corey today, but he'll be with us in Detroit Lakes tomorrow morning, along with Mark Parrish and Marnie Galarnar and a cast of thousands. Come on down and see us tomorrow at Water Carnival in Detroit Lakes. It's going to be fun. It's free. Come on by. I can't wait. We love it every year. Also, Parker Fox will be with us in a little bit, and another special guest. But right now, yesterday, you guys might have heard there was a big concert announcement going to happen this morning about U.S. Bank Stadium and a giant concert. We'll go live to the announcement momentarily so you guys can find out exactly what's going on.
Sweet.
And the little girl from The Ring is standing behind Paul Allen. I'm not sure why.
Pretty much.
Where do you see this?
Well, yeah, where do you see that?
You can't.
Oh.
We have a private feed.
Oh.
A private
Do you want to send them
What's a private
link?
feed?
The St. Paul Saints rallied for 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th during a 5-3 win over the Iowa Cubs at CHS Field. They're getting it done.
Yeah.
Let's go. The 40 and 47 Saints send Marco Raya. Which one is it?
I think it's Marco Rea.
I think you're right. Marco Rea to the mound against Iowa tonight. CHS Field, saintsbaseball.com. Get on down, watch some baseball. Let's do this. Let me play you the audio of the announcement from our guy, Paul Allen, as he announces what the giant concert is. It's coming to U.S. Bank Stadium. He's walking to the podium, and the girl from The Ring is right behind him.
Good morning. My name is Paul Allen.
Hi, Paul.
And it's great to be back at a wonderful place, U.S. Bank Stadium, the home of the Minnesota Vikings. And I can't wait to help kick off the announcement of what is sure to be a legendary night of live entertainment in the Twin Cities. Music fans across Vikings territory will be excited to see this renowned artist live at U.S. Bank Stadium in what will be an extraordinary performance and a unique chance to see this artist live in concert. But first, let's hear from U.S. Bank Stadium's new general manager, Shannon Kelly.
Okay, well, I'm going to fast forward to this.
Global icon. Thank you for joining us for this special announcement this morning. I now
Wait,
direct your attention to the video.
Who's the person in
We
the...
don't actually ever...
Who's the... What is Cousin It doing in the corner? What is that?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure why the lady from The Ring is on the stage.
Oh, I get it.
So it's Paul McCartney, in case you can't hear because the audio is not very good. But Paul McCartney's coming to U.S. Bank Stadium. It's happening, ladies and gentlemen. Macca is backa at U.S. Bank Stadium.
That's
October
sweet.
17th.
Friday, October 17th, we have the privilege of welcoming none other than Paul
Texas Chili Bowl.
Now, we couldn't hear it because the audio is so bad. October 17th.
We have the privilege of welcoming none other than Paul McCartney to U.S. Bank Stadium. Tickets go on sale Friday, July 18th at 10 a.m. Registration for artist pre-sales starts now at paulmccartneygotback.com.
Oh.
Got back.
Wow.
Woo!
He's got some new slabs.
That's hot. Look at that.
Yeah.
Mix a lot.
Yeah, he sure does. Yeah. There you go. Paul McCartney, U.S. Bank Stadium. And by the way, that's a not a real person. That's
it's
a dummy in a Paul McCartney
Vikings jersey.
Vikings jersey standing behind him. So there you go. That's what the announcement is. Paul McCartney, U.S. Bank Stadium. Here it comes. One of the biggest shows in Minnesota history, U.S. Bank Stadium. Will you go, Ben?
No.
Will you go, Sauce?
Probably not.
Will you go, Zecco?
Hard.
No.
I would definitely go if I don't have a gig. I saw him the last time he was in town, which was at XL Energy Center with our guy Bob Hagan, and we had a great time.
Yeah.
And he was great, and he plays Beatles tunes and Wings tunes, and he probably won't play Ebony and Ivory. He should.
Kiss.
But
Does he play any Kiss?
He doesn't play any Kiss.
I think when he was at Target Field, everybody says it was outstanding.
It is outstanding. It's just a fun concert. You know almost every song he plays. He's Paul McCartney.
He's 83.
One of the greatest of all time. His songwriting defined what American rock and roll sounds like.
Yeah.
What I should say, rock and roll sounds like, not American rock and roll.
Wait, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Don't you have your game to play, so you probably can't go?
I would guess Paul will bring my character on stage because he's going to be such a big player by then.
You know what you do? The neck roll?
Yeah, he probably will. Yeah.
You know what you do?
What's that?
You bring your PlayStation to the Vikings radio network booth.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Hook it up into the TV in there.
Right. Yeah.
And you play while you listen to Paul.
I think I didn't want to do that to Paul because he's going to be too interested in what's going on the screen.
That's a good point.
And not able to play his music. If I'm playing college football 26, I am worried about my player already and CTE. I'm not going to lie to you. I want him to be okay.
Well,
I want my kid to be okay.
He wears the neck roll.
I am. Yeah, he does wear the neck roll, but I'm not sure it's working. I'm not sure it's working.
Did you wear one?
Yeah, well, in college,
I absolutely did.
In college, we had to.
Did you really?
Yeah. In college, we, as linebackers, our coach made us. Just like every offensive lineman had to wear knee braces.
Oh, yeah. That's still a thing in college football. All of the large offensive linemen wear knee braces. Hawk's sister
what about the
wears
small
knee
offensive
braces.
linemen? Do the small offensive linemen have to wear knee
Is
braces?
there such thing?
There will be on my game.
Oh.
I'm going to be 5'6", 175.
You're going to play offensive line?
I don't know. I can't. I wish I could. I'll probably be a halfback. Anyway, Paul McCartney.
Hey guys, not to pour cold water on this whole announcement here, but is this bigger than Taylor Swift?
No. I mean, it's big, but nothing's been
Really?
bigger than Taylor Swift in decades. So
right.
Yeah, no.
Are you guys still watching the feed right now?
No, who is it? Is it Hannibal Lecter they rolled out?
No, they're doing a picture now, and I love watching Paul
Hold on.
look back and forth from camera to camera to camera.
Yeah.
And I don't mean Paul McCartney. I mean Paul Allen.
Oh my goodness, that's terrifying.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Look at him. Look at him. It's it's like there's 700 reporters in the room. He's looking all over the place, and then they zoomed out, and there's 3 people sitting there.
Well, I should read this, by the way.
Oh my, go ahead, buddy.
Minneapolis, get ready.
I'm ready.
Music legend Paul McCartney is bringing his Got Back tour to U.S. Bank Stadium October 17th.
Let it be, let it be.
Tickets drop July 18th at 10 a.m. But beat the rush.
Get back.
Poor Geddy Lee.
Register for the artist presale at paulmccartneygotback.com. One night.
Ebony and
One icon. Don't miss it.
Finish him on Friday night.
Full details at KFAN.com. Keyword calendar.
Well, that's a woman's viewpoint.
It's Paul McCartney at U.S. Bank Stadium.
Come together,
Polish to me, but
over me.
That was well done.
We just did a commercial.
Yeah,
that was a live.
That's as close as we'll get to running that commercial because we'll get sued.
Yeah, you might get sued.
We should just do that from now on.
You're right.
Yeah.
So there you go. Mecca.
We do have a
do we have pair of tickets to give
away? They,
Are you kidding me?
They said give away in a creative and exciting way.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
why don't we give him to the
Let me
first person
think
that
then.
can tell us what high school hockey guy plays for?
Yeah. Yeah. Good point. No. Let me. Let's get creative though. I mean, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
We'll think of something creative. Meanwhile, here's what's going on in the news. Authorities in Minneapolis are celebrating a win after seizing almost 900 pounds of meth from Mike Mussman's house.
Wow. They said
Surprising
in the story.
nobody.
Strangely, yeah, right.
Wow.
He didn't know it was in there. He had no idea. He was just holding something for his cousin. The Hennepin
that's a
County
lot of
attorney's.
that happens,
Yeah, it
though.
does. It does. It does. Hennepin County Attorney's Office filed charges Wednesday against Guillermo Mercado Chaparro and Joel Casas Santiago, who I, for one, think are completely innocent. Prosecutors say both men have ties to larger drug sale organizations in Mexico. And I will say again, I, for one, think they're completely innocent. 2 vehicles driven by the men were tailed Monday, with the meth having an estimated street value of under $2 million. I think it'd be worth more than that. 900 pounds?
Yeah, you'd think so.
Wow.
It's not mine.
That's a lot of meth.
Yeah. What kind of car were they driving, I wonder? And is it
What kind of car does your character in the video game drive?
He doesn't drive a car. He rides a bicycle. He's here. He's for the environment.
Sure he is.
Yeah, he is. He takes public transportation.
Yeah.
Every now and again, he'll use an Uber, but he doesn't feel good about it.
Yeah, only electric though.
That's
only
exactly
electric.
right. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. Thank God for NIL money, which he gives half of his to charity.
No.
Yeah, he's that kind of guy.
The other half is on meth.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's the future. It's going to go downhill for him because he's probably going to have a knee injury in his second year playing for the New England Patriots.
Oh, that's sad.
It's going to be sad. It's going to be sad. And then he'll turn to drugs and hookers.
Okay, that's a real question though. Does that happen when you're
Yes,
in?
it does.
You turn to drugs.
You turn to drugs and hookers.
Not that.
Yeah, when you
Not
get
that.
benched.
Not that part.
Oh,
Can you get injured and literally put your career on the line?
I know you can get injured.
Yeah, you can get injured.
So I would guess there is a setting that can change the likelihood and the severity of your injuries and whether or not they can be career
Think
ending.
about
I
it.
bet there is.
If you put 50 hours in playing this
my
game and
God.
get this guy up to every offer from every college and whatever, and then all of a sudden he has a double patella tear like our wide receiver did.
Yeah.
And both your knees blow out at the same time, then your career's over.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you right now.
You throw your controller through the TV.
Yeah, he would.
It'd be like, oh no!
No!
It was just a game, Hawk. Start over.
Listen, start playing.
No, for real. That would be cool if you could do that, though, because, it's real life.
It's real life, but it'd be so devastating, right?
It would be devastating. It would be devastating.
My player last year had a compound fracture, and they animated it in the game.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
That's
it
not
was
true.
really gross. No,
it's not. I was going to
Oh,
say, that would be awesome.
I know, that'd be kind of cool.
Oh, I'd love that.
Can you if you get into the league and find yourself in trouble, can you find a fall guy?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Can you just have one of your buddies step up and take the blame?
Probably so, yeah. I mean, it's going to have to happen, But my guy's too much of a stand-up guy for that.
Yeah, he's too
kind. He'd be the one who took the blame.
Yeah, he is the sober cab.
I think your guy's like Dexter. I think he looks great on the outside, but he is just a psycho serial killer.
There's no
the
doubt.
He's just wheeling ladies off the field.
Yeah, there's no doubt he punishes his testicles.
He flogs himself. He for sure flogs himself.
Yeah, he gets home after a game. Like when he played against Ohio State and they beat us, Ben, he played so poorly he almost got benched. He lit his testicles on fire.
Oh, yeah.
You know he did. He pulled his own toenails out.
Oh, yeah.
He
keeps a pair of vice grips in his gym bag just to squeeze his testicles.
He needs to learn his lesson.
Daddy's enjoying
He
this.
spent too much time thinking about those big cornbread.
Cornbread.
I meant corn-fed, but cornbread too.
Yeah. Cornbread's outstanding.
He spent too much time staring at the front row.
Yep.
And he didn't think about football, so he had to punish himself when he got home. God. Think about football, son.
Yeah.
Matt Rule's pissed at him.
Yep. He was thinking of
the big knockers.
Yeah, he was. You got that right. But I think we all knew that. But yes, you're right. That's what he was thinking of.
And now he went home and basically a scene from the movie sawed himself.
That's exactly right.
Yep.
He had to pull out his toenails with pliers to punish himself.
Yuck. For real life, I think I've maybe told this story before on air, but for a couple years, maybe the last 2 years, I was with the Vikes. So I'll put it this way: every year during training camp, I would lose both of my big toenails.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And whether they got stepped on or it's just like they would just deaden from like my cleats being too
From
tight
hitting,
or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the last 2 years, I'd pull them off when they were dead and put them somewhere where Chad Greenway could find them.
Oh, that's the best. Oh, dude, that's the greatest. Oh, you should order fast food or order. You just put it in a soup. Oh, dude, that's the best.
No. And it wasn't, the thing is, like, it wasn't just like a clipping. It's the whole nail.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah, man.
You know, when your nail dies, you can just peel off.
I had to do that when I was a runner. Yeah, I did it all the time.
You can peel off the whole nail. It's kind of satisfying, actually, because it looks like it's going to hurt, but it doesn't hurt. And you'd have this, like, sort of blackish, opaque looking nail.
Yeah.
And I would like,
where's Rosie saying stop it?
Stop it!
Thank you.
That's great. What would he say when he found it?
Oh, Rosie?
Would he gross out?
Oh, baby.
Yeah, well, Rosie would say that. But what would somebody normal say?
Honestly, I don't even remember. I don't remember having any sort of conversations about it. It's like he probably just like flicked it in the trash.
Oh my God!
You guys are weird.
Oh,
why does that bother you guys so much?
Because it's so gross.
Nails are weird.
Oh.
Really?
I don't like
You
nails.
have problems with nails? No kidding.
Yeah.
Pulling them out.
I've had to do it a lot. I'm with him.
I know. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I mean, it certainly doesn't feel good for the first couple days because it's like, you know, it's throbbing.
Fresh skin.
Well, I'm saying when you first like get stepped on or it's like whatever, it started. You get all the pressure in there because there's like so much blood in there.
Yeah.
But then once it like dies, it's
stop it.
It doesn't hurt at all.
Ben, we got to go to break, but I had a problem during 2-a-days my senior year where I had on the bottom of my foot, a pus-filled
disgusting. Like a big blood
stop
blister?
it! Yeah, like a giant blister of pus on the bottom of my foot to
Your
the point.
foot.
Yeah, no, for real. This one was on the bottom of my foot. And I remember going to Coach Amspaugh, who was our offensive line coach, but he was also the closest thing we had to a trainer, and he lanced it.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it was pus and stuff. I don't know what caused
Stop
it.
it!
Who knows? But it was the most. It was like it was when that feeling you get after taking a giant dump, that feeling of relief.
Yeah.
That's how it felt. It felt so good when he lanced that. The relief coming out of there was unbelievable. And to this day, I don't know what caused that. But it was the whole bottom of my foot.
It wasn't just like a watery blister. It was like a pussy blister.
Come
on. Yeah, that's gross.
Ick. I probably should have showered more than I did.
Yeah, or at least when you showered, wore flip-flops and not just walk.
Oh, that's a good point. You're right. Because I never did that.
No.
I never did that. And I used the same towel my entire senior year.
Yeah. Oh, gross.
Oh, man. And I was the kid who ducked into the shower after everybody was done so nobody saw my wiener.
That whole just take an extra 10 minutes at your locker, just
I'll be right there, guys.
organizing, putting things away.
There were more brown streaks on my towel.
You got to either be the first guy or the last guy.
Oh, you better believe it. Yeah. Why is he always running into the locker room? He's got a lot of energy. No. He wants to be the first in the shower with that dirty towel with all the brown streaks on it.
Ick.
Power Trip Morning Show. Going to gross you out after this on The Fan. He got plans on Friday? Well, change them. Ziegler Cat is hosting a Global Operator Challenge this Friday, July 11th in Mankato, Minnesota. Even if you're not competing, you've got to see this. Local machine operators putting their skills to the test. The newest Cat next-gen skid steers and compact track loaders are on display as well. And watch the ultimate test of control and finesse. Swing by and check it out. It's all going down this Friday from 3 to 7 p.m. The Global Operator Challenge this Friday, July 11th in Mankato, Minnesota from 3 to 7 p.m. Details at ZieglerCat.com.
For more information about contests on the station, go to KFAN.com/rules.
Here's what's trending now on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
All right, if you're building your perfect summer playlist, just open the iHeartRadio app because we've got all the summer vibes you need. We have every playlist and station you could want for pool days, road trips, beach hangs, all of it. Plus, Dollywood Radio is now on iHeartRadio. Yes, the park you know and love has its own radio station. So yeah, your summer soundtrack, we got it handled.
Explore the latest. Open the free iHeartRadio app and see what's trending now.
Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
Luther buys used cars, which means they'll buy yours. If you have a car, truck, van, or SUV that you would like to sell, flat out sell it to Luther. Drive in to any of the 45 Luther locations. Tell them you have a vehicle you would like them to look at. They'll look it over, and then in about 15 minutes, they'll give you an offer. It's fast, it's simple, it's safe, it's stress-free. They're looking for all makes, all models, and all price ranges. So maybe you think your vehicle's just worth a couple $100 or a couple of $1,000. Luther still wants to see it, and they might surprise you with a good offer. And one of the best parts about all this, if you accept the offer, Luther handles all of the paperwork. And look, Luther has the largest inventory in the state of Minnesota, and they are always looking to add to it. And that's where you come in. So find a location right now at lutherauto.com, or if you know where one of those 45 locations is, drive in today and sell that vehicle to Luther. Turns out the best place to buy a car is the best place to sell your car. Sell your car, truck, van, or SUV to Luther. Find them online right now at lutherauto.com. Luther buys used cars.
Standard Water is the standard for basement and exterior waterproofing and foundation repair. Wet basements, cracks in walls, bowing walls, settling foundations. Standard Water does it all since 1977. Free estimates start at standardwater.com. Standardwater.com.
Hi, my name is Chris Hawken. I'm here with Pat Kessler. Pat, I want to talk to you about something.
Don't get your undies in a bunch.
I'm not going to. I'm going to talk to you about Radco. I love my truck. You love your truck too, right?
It's a smear.
I don't think that's a brand of truck. Isn't it a Ford? Anyway, it doesn't matter. You know what? Just hold your horses for a second. Here's what you want to do, because it's summertime. It's in full swing. And I know you, Pat, you like to go camping. You like to hit the road. You like to go on trails. Radco has all the gear that you need to hit your summer stride. Like a bike carrier from Thule. How much do you think that cost?
Millions and millions and millions.
You're not very good at stuff. It's not that expensive. Find out at Radco. Rotocap bed covers from Duha. And, of course, Radco's own line of tonneau covers. Thousands of accessories are in stock and ready to install.
Here we go.
Oh, see? Now you're excited. 4 metro locations of Radco, plus the one in St. Cloud. Get on down.
Here we go.
I know, relax. Go to Radco. Get on down. Radco.com. 4 metro locations. It's Radco. They know it's your truck. You want it your way.
Here we go.
Yes, I know.
Hey, it's Meat Sauce here. I can't tell you how much my wife and I love our brand new sauna from SaunaSupplyCo.com and Sauna Supply Company. They are outstanding at what they do. They built us a custom sauna. It is awesome. It's Wi-Fi, all that stuff. You press a button, it'll turn on, heat up to the temp you want, and you're sitting and chilling in your sauna in no time. We went to SaunaSupplyCo.com. We talked to John, one of the owners, and he got us one of the best saunas of all time. Get the same by simply going to SaunaSupplyCo.com.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Hungry? We'll dive into the $5 meal deal at Holiday. Grab any lunch sandwich, Frito-Lay chips, and a coffee or Polar Pop. Craving more? Try our new zesty pizza stacker with Italian sausage, pepperoni, and mozzarella. Deliciousness awaits. Stop in at a Holiday Station store today.
What can you get for a buck? All installation labor on any siding, window, or door project. Builders or remodelers.com.
Hey, it's Meat Sauce. I wanted to make my home more energy efficient, so I decided to try a home energy squad visit from Excel Energy. The team was great. They were courteous and quiet, inspected everything thoroughly, and gave me clear explanations. They even did safety checks. I'm already loving the immediate feeling of a more comfortable home and the peace of mind knowing my house is more energy efficient. Do not miss out on this. Visit excelergy.com/squad. That's excelergy.com/squad to schedule your home energy squad visit today. Sponsored by Excel Energy.
Hey, it's Corey Cove. Make KFAN and the podcast of the Power Trip Morning Show a preset on the new and improved iHeartRadio app. And thanks for listening to The Fan.
That whole...
All right. Paul McCartney's coming to the Twin Cities. Corey cashed. And
we're going to Detroit Lakes.
Video game. Chris Hockey is having a hell of a freshman year.
Yeah.
on College Football 26, and Ben Lieber's here, and Parker Fox is coming in, and a cast of thousands. So much to get to, but
and we do reminder on the iHeartRadio app, talkback, chance to win Summer Loud tickets for tomorrow's show.
Yes.
At Somerset Amphitheater. And stay tuned because we're going to come up with a great idea before 9.
About those Paul Macca tickets?
Yeah.
I like the idea of getting a good idea. I'm putting my thinking cap on right now while you do sports.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by All Around, your TimberTech deck building contractor.
The MLB announced yesterday that they will use the automatic balls and strikes challenge system in the 2025 All-Star Game. From the ESPN story, each team will be given 2 challenges with the ability to retain them if successful. Only a pitcher, catcher, hitter can ask for a challenge. It's what they're doing in the minor leagues. So this is probably a step in the direction of just this in the major leagues all the time.
Okay.
I have yet to really see this in action.
So we saw it when we went to the Saints game last year, where like if the catcher thinks it's a strike, he can like tap his helmet, and then somebody up in the booth will look at it, then they'll review it, and then they'll tell the umpire, and he'll either go, strike or whatever, right?
Well, they show it on the scoreboard now too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But only the catcher, the batter, or the pitcher can review it.
And I
the
think
manager
you get
can't.
2 or 3 of them, right?
Yeah, you get 2. Yeah.
I saw it when we went to the Saints game when Zacho was bat boy.
Yeah.
Like very first inning.
They blew all of them literally in the first inning.
Yeah, exactly. And it didn't work out. Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Is that where you were there?
Yeah.
The MLB All-Star Game is this Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Fox.
You got that right.
Devin Booker agreed to a 2-year, $145 million maximum contract extension with the Suns through the 2029-2030 season. That's the highest annual extension salary in NBA history.
Jeez Louise.
Yep. Your Lynx Hogs lost 79-71 to the Mercury yesterday. Your Lynx are 17-3. They will battle the LA Sparks today at 2 p.m.
Shocking.
And you can hear that on the Lynx channel on the iHeartRadio
with
app.
Marnie Galarnar.
Yeah.
On the microphone.
Interested to hear from her.
Oh, you can? Is she on the radio call?
No, not on the radio.
Well, there'll be a microphone too, though.
It'll be on the iHeart app.
Thank you.
The who app?
The iHeart.
Ben, Tristan Wirfs, the stud left tackle for the Bucs, will miss the start of this season to have some knee surgery to address a lingering issue. He's a stud player.
He's a stud. Yeah, he's one of the best.
That's a big hit to your boy Baker.
I know.
Yeah. But there was I saw something yesterday on NFL Live that a lot of people are like, well, why didn't you do this earlier? And I would guess it's one of those bits where like he thought he could just kind of rehab it, and then he realized I can't, and I got to go get the surgery.
Sounds to me like bubble guts got to be too much for you.
Yeah. No, there are a lot of situations where guys have little lingering injuries and they get to the offseason and sort of the prognosis and the diagnosis of the injury is like, okay, well, you have time off. Let's just take care of it. You'll see some guys like in a walking boot or a knee scooter or something, or like they just like take time off and your body sort of heals itself. And I'm wondering if that's the same situation. Where like, all right, now that you're out of the season, just like take some time off.
Yeah.
Don't do anything. Let it rest and see how it progresses, if it gets any better or worse. And it probably didn't get better. So, And
what team did you play for your rookie year?
The San Diego Chargers.
The Los Angeles Chargers report to training camp on Sunday. The rookies do. Or excuse me, Saturday. Saturday they report.
Oh my God, 48 hours from now?
Yeah.
Oh man,
the pace is on,
worst.
right? You're just pacing around the house looking to do anything.
Grease is the word.
Yep, grease is the word. Your Minnesota Twins won last night 4-2. They've won 4 of 5. They now look to sweep the Cubs today at 12-10. Chris Paddock goes for your Twins, but in the first inning of last night's game, Byron Buxton was hit in the hand by a pitch. He stayed in the game, scored a run, but then he was lifted in the second inning for Brooks Lee. They announced that he was left the game with a left hand contusion. I read last night he's probably day to day. Joe Ryan was named to the American League All-Star game. He's replacing Houston's Hunter Brown. It's the first All-Star nod for your guy, Joe Ryan, Hogstead.
Yep. I like Joey JoJo. Good
Yeah,
kid.
he's
And
great.
he deserves it, by the way. He should have been named as an all-star anyway.
You said it.
You said it, man.
Correct.
I did say it. He's right.
Yep.
And then the Hall of Fame game is like 22 days away from today.
Have you guys figured out like what you're gonna wear?
Well, see, that bit doesn't work anymore because we don't have Roser.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Roser always fell for it.
Yeah.
And we tried to give the bit up, but then he would keep telling people, yeah, they're going.
But it's fun to like still think about you as actually going. Is it not?
Well, there was
like
one
that?
year Hawk legitimately bought tickets and we ended up not going.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do.
This would have been a good year to go.
Oh, yeah, Jared Allen. Ben's going.
Muss is going.
Oh, well, then we got to go if Muss is going.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know with all that meth they found in his garage.
I don't know if
Yeah, that's true. He
You
might
know
not
what I
be
mean?
out of
He might
jail.
not be able to go. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, they might say no, thank you.
Yeah, they might say pass on.
I don't know if they'll do that.
Yeah, that's kind of all I got.
Or that Hall of Fame party is going to be like off the chain.
They're going to be
Yeah,
up
that's a
for,
good point.
People are going to be up for days.
It'll be a little less off the chain
Yeah.
now because of all the stuff they found.
I have ESPN. They're just everybody's just getting ready for training camp. ESPN did a 2025 NFL offseason grade for every team. You will be shocked at the grade they gave the Vikings.
Is that right?
Shocked. I was.
I am already.
I'm
Can't wait.
intrigued.
Look at us being intrigued.
Great tease.
Patrick Morning Show with some great
Thank you.
teas. We'll be right back on the fan.
KFAN Total Traffic.
From the 1-800-ASK-GARY Traffic Center.
On 94, traffic heavy westbound from Highway 280 to Franklin and eastbound from Highway 610 to Weaver Lake. 494 slow westbound 35E to Highway 5. 694 delays westbound from Silver Lake to East River. Crosstown slow westbound 28th Avenue to Portland. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest Total Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Total Comfort, your trusted HVAC professionals.
Day or night, Total Comfort Heating and Cooling is here. With 65 years in the Twin Cities, we offer 24/7 emergency and same-day services. For hassle-free scheduling, visit tcomfort.com.
Hey, it's Corey Cove, Power Trip Morning Show for Treasure Island Resort and Casino, TICasino.com. Hope everybody had a nice 4th of July. Lots coming up the rest of this summer and fall at Treasure Island Resort and Casino. Travis Tritt and Trace Adkins are going to be at the island next month on Friday, August 8th. You could hear songs like It's a Great Day to Be Alive and Here's a Quarter, Call Someone Who Cares from Travis Tritt, along with You're Gonna Miss This and Ladies Love Country Boys from Trace Adkins. That's Friday, August 8th. Get your tickets now at TICasino.com. And then Bill Engvall is back. He retired from stand-up comedy, but he couldn't stay away for too long. He is back. Another round of laughs at Treasure Island at the Island Event Center on Friday, September 5th. If you want to get tickets to Bill Engvall, available right now. TICasino.com. Make a weekend out of it. Get a hotel room. Go to Todeau's Steakhouse, the Trade Winds Buffet. There's bingo, blackjack, poker, slots, and more. It's Treasure Island Resort and Casino. TICasino.com.
Buying, selling, or just living in a home? You can trust Standard Water to fix your radon or mold problems. Standard Water is the radon and mold expert since 1977. Free estimates start at standardwater.com. Standardwater.com. Standard Water for mold and radon.
Okay, big news, everybody. Wenzel's Farm has gone pro. That's right, it's Chris Hockey, and I'm introducing to you the new Wenzel's Pro Snack Stick. Now at Quick Trip, it's stuffed with even more meat and a whopping 16 grams of protein. For those of us who treat carb counting like a competitive sport, look, being a radio personality, it is tough. It's not for the faint of heart. It's a job for pros, and I need Pro Snack Sticks. Try the original or the pepperoni right now at your local Quick Trip. Wenzel's new Pro Snack Sticks, made by pros for pros. Your mouth is gonna thank you.
Get ready for the 2025 Ignited We Stand Tour. Featuring Fuel and Lit. At the St. Croix Casino Hurdle Amphitheater. Fuel with Lit. Live, outdoors, and for all ages on Friday, July 25th. Tickets are $25 in advance, $35 day of show. Tickets and details at goplaywin.com.
Nordo here for the Modern Sportsman. Shooting range, firearm shop, training center, all up in Coon Rapids. Easy to get to, in fact, right off Highway 47 and then down in Burnsville as well. Their online permit to carry class right now is an absolute home run. You get the classroom content online, so you have this awesome resource you can access on your time at your convenience, but then you still get Modern Sportsman's expert on-range instruction for certification. Check out the online permit to carry class at the Modern Sportsman, Coon Rapids and Burnsville. Register today at themodernsportsman.com.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Hey, it's Chris Hockey. How are you? Builders and Remodelers at buildersandremodelers.com is my joint. And here's the thing. Everybody's got at least $1 in your pocket, right? That filthy, dirty dollar that you don't know where you got it. If you've got that dollar, then you can take care of one of the major parts of getting windows or doors or siding or roofing from buildersandremodelers.com. That's right, the installation labor. And it can be big.
And it was a big one.
That's exactly right. Maybe you got a big old roof, right? And you don't even know if you have hail damage or not.
We don't know anything.
You don't know anything. You know who does know things? Builders and Remodelers at buildersandremodelers.com. Yeah, that's right. Good job, Pat. Let's do that correctly. You know who does know things about roofs? Builders and Remodelers at buildersandremodelers.com. If you got $1, installation labor is taken care of. They do great work. Elements triple pane windows, they're the best in the business.
Come on now.
I'm not kidding. They are, Pat. buildersandremodelers.com. Find out more information by going to buildersandremodelers.com. A business for 70 years plus has been doing great work and getting A-plus ratings for 50 years plus from the Better Business Bureau. That's buildersandremodelers.com. Check them out today, won't you?
Hundreds of thousands
of people going to buildersandremodelers.com as we speak.
Luther Brookdale Mazda is the Midwest #1 volume Mazda dealer 5 years running. And we've earned the President's Award 7 years in a row for outstanding sales and customer service. Come see us and find out why. LutherMazda.com. The only thing we overlook is $694.
Turnpike Troubadours at the Ledge Amphitheater on Friday, July 11th. Tickets at Ticketmaster.com.
This is FM 100.3 KFXN Minneapolis, St. Paul. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. KFAN, an iHeartRadio station.
It is 7:43, and it is the Power Trip Morning Show on Thursday, July 10th. Happy birthday to my big brother, Mike. Good morning, Mike. Happy birthday. I'll see you in a couple of days. We'll have some fun together. That'd be great. We'll partay.
Hell yeah, man. Will your sister be there?
I doubt she'll come into town. I have no idea.
Well.
Stop it. I'm going to have to bring my PS5 with me.
Yeah. I don't know how much you're going to see your family.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm with you. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is July, and there are teams about to report to training camp. It is that time of the year. I couldn't be happier about it. And because of that, we actually have Vikings news.
It's time for Vikings news on the Power Trip. Presented by
Radco, your truck accessory pro store. What do you need? They got it.
Great spot.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, the Chargers report on Saturday, Baltimore's rookies report.
I know.
On Tuesday. It's happening, man. It's all over the place. The Bills rookies report on Tuesday. It's all over the place, man.
It's time to do some smashing.
Yeah, it's time to do some smashing.
You better believe it.
So ESPN did a bit where they're ranking like everybody's, offensive line, and
It's
they're
really
but then
exciting
like
stuff.
they're trying to get to the football season.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So today their bid is they did NFL off-season grades, the draft, trades, and more moves by every team. Right?
Okay.
I'm not a racist.
All right, Macho Man.
All right.
So they're letter grades, right?
Sure.
All right. So do we get to guess? And you said as you teased this out that it shocked you. I don't know if those are your exact words, but like you were very surprised.
I had to scroll way too far. I was shocked it wasn't in the first couple.
Well, don't give that away.
Don't give it away.
I just did. I'm not good at stuff. We need Corey back here to sit here. So the first team, they gave an A to the Los Angeles Rams. They think they did, by bringing back Matthew Stafford. It's the biggest move, the move they liked, and then the move they disliked. Then they got a future first-round pick on the draft day trade with Atlanta, where Atlanta, as we all remember, overpaid to get back up into, I think, even like the top of the first round, right? They overpaid to do that. So the Los Angeles Rams got the only A. There's some A minuses and so on, but they're the only A. What grade did the Minnesota Vikings get for an offseason that I thought they kicked ass in?
Okay, so here's the catch with all this. Before you sort of let the cat out of the bag a little bit.
You did let the cat out of the bag.
And the cat was having a great time in there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
You probably don't understand cat behavior, but the cat was having a great time in there.
He didn't know we were going to the bridge, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
I don't think the cat wanted to be let out of the bag, but you let the cat out of the bag, right? Because cats are curious. It's
you wanted to keep the bag.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to assume.
What's happening?
I'm going to assume that the kitty is still inside the bag. Okay.
Yeah.
I would have guessed the Vikings got an A. But you were saying that you had to scroll down pretty far, and the only team that got an A was the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, a few A minuses, but the only actual A are the Rams.
Okay, so given what you said, I'll say a D plus now.
I'm going to say a C minus.
They got a C plus, which
That's
is
ridiculous.
Ridiculous. I don't understand why.
The biggest move they made was sticking with.
Sorry, Zach, we didn't let you guess.
With J.J. McCarthy. The move that whoever wrote this article liked was sticking with J.J. McCarthy.
Well,
they
who
meat
wrote
sauce
it?
that bit. I don't know. And then the move they disliked, Ben, was signing Jonathan Allen.
Really?
They
Just
also
'cause of
didn't
age and injury, or what?
They also didn't get why they signed Will Fries to such a large contract. And then Allen is 30 and declining at a below-average 8% pass rush win rate as a defensive tackle last season after being a top 10 player in the category a few seasons ago, yet Minnesota paid him $17 million per year on a 3-year deal.
I love Will Fries.
Yeah.
Well, maybe because we have somebody named Brian Flores.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
Yeah. What do they think of that?
Yeah. What'd you think of Sam Darnold last year?
They ripped your guy, Van Ginkel. He's coming off a great season and clearly fits well in Brian Flores' system, but he never exceeded 6 sacks before last year, but Minnesota rewarded him with a 1-year contract extension that added $23 million.
How do they not understand that?
What?
Yeah.
We gave him a 1-year contract extension because of being a damn near an all-pro last year?
Yeah.
Come on.
Almost all, man. Like, the logic of some of this reasoning is stupid.
It says extending Van Ginkel is fine, but it was a bit rich and didn't come with more upside for Minnesota.
More upside? He had 2 pick sixes. He almost had a 3rd pick 6.
What are they? This is the dumbest article ever.
Aaron Jones Sr., long underrated because of his receiving skills, but is now a 30-year-old running back. Yet the team re-signed him in a multi-year deal worth $11.5 million fully guaranteed.
So?
Yeah.
We also got Jordan Mason.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
Yeah, and they mentioned that some of
What the hell is
Minnesota's
going
moves
on?
were fine. They re-signed Byron Murphy Jr. to a 3-year, $18 million deal, and then essentially traded a 5th-round pick for Jordan Mason. So they like those moves.
These people need to take a nap.
This person ever wrote this wasn't a fan of the draft, though. No team needed to trade down more given Minnesota's dearth of picks. Yet they picked Donovan Jackson in the 1st round, even though they had a good deal available from the Giants and a great one from the Falcons. They don't know that.
You don't know that. You don't know that. And at that point in time in the draft, if we move back any further, we don't get an offensive line.
right.
And I think Donovan Jackson is going to be great.
I think he's going to be
He's
great.
a great piece. Yeah.
Whoa.
Sorry, it wasn't like a sexy skill position pick, but we
Did Kevin Seifert write this?
We filled an absolute hole that we had in the offensive line.
Yeah.
That's hot.
Yeah, we did.
This guy or gal or them don't know what he or her or they are talking
Seth
about.
Walder wrote it.
You got that right.
Seth Walder?
Yeah.
He's
Seth,
Charlie.
Seth, go take a nap.
Clarlie Balters.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Yeah. I don't like this Seth guy.
Yeah.
It doesn't make no sense.
Hold on here.
Hold on here?
The Bears got a B minus. Even though I thought their offseason was great with adding those offensive linemen they did, even though they're older, they did what they needed to do.
How about adding the head coach?
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. The Lions got a B-, even though they lost the best offensive coordinator
Would you
in
please
football.
let him be pissed for a minute?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I
Be
like
pissed.
talking.
I can tell.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Who, me?
Yeah, be pissed.
Yeah, you beat.
Well, the thing is, like, not to be completely, impartial here, the Bears had a great offseason.
Yeah.
To your point, they added the most sought after offensive coordinator to be a head coach in the league, and they landed him. And they bolstered their team in another position. Like, they probably had an A- offseason.
Thank you.
This guy sucks.
Yeah,
Then
I
he
don't like
wrote,
this guy.
here's the Packers bit. He gave him a C+.
Well, that makes sense.
Okay?
Yeah.
The biggest move they made was signing guard Aaron Banks.
Yeah, from the Niners.
Yeah, who they way overpaid for.
Yeah.
The move they liked was drafting Matthew Golden at 23. I thought that was a good move.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest dislike move this guy thinks, signing Aaron Banks.
This guy's a walking contradiction.
what are you talking about?
This
What is
guy's
going on?
meat saucing this. It's like he did like 4 of them. It was like, there's a lot of work. I'm just going to copy and paste. He gave the Pittsburgh Steelers a C. Did he give any Fs? Oh, the Cowboys got a C. The Falcons got a C. The Saints.
Yeah, who had the lowest grade?
There were no Fs given.
The Saints.
Well, he gave no Fs.
The
But
Saints got a D. The biggest move he says the Saints made was lucking into quarterback Derek Carr's retirement. The move that he liked was drafting that Tyler Shook guy, or however you say his name.
Yeah, the
And
quarterback
then
that's bounced around.
Yeah, from Louisville. Then the movie disliked was trying to pay Carr before he called it a career.
The one move he liked was the electric slide.
Yeah, he did.
He liked that a lot.
But yeah. So yeah.
All right.
Everybody's just trying to get to training camp, but this whole bit on the
I get it.
Vikings-
It's a talker.
Try harder though.
Yeah.
I
don't know if I can.
Who, me?
Who, me?
It's one thing to put out stuff like this because it is a sports abyss and we're just
Yeah.
waiting for training camp to start.
And next week is the All-Star game. There's nothing
Yeah,
going on.
at least be factual. Like, at least have some real research behind what you're doing. Like, we're ripping this guy because it doesn't sound like he's done like very superficial, high-level research on each team.
Right.
Like, if you're going to actually put a report out like this, put some A-level investigating into it.
He feels sticking with J.J. McCarthy was the correct response.
He's
Well,
right
that
about
I'll
that.
agree with.
Yeah, he's right about that.
Blind squirrel finds a nut.
Well, the thing is, like, you don't even have to pay attention all
is
that
that top
much
story?
to know that.
Are we still doing the news? Well, yeah, but like this season could be really, really good. Like we talked about the other day. Every quarterback in McCarthy's draft is good to probably going to be great. I mean, you guys were at the Chicago game. Both of you raved about how good Caleb Williams is and that arm that he's got. Jaden Daniels won Rookie of the Year, right?
Bo Nix is fantastic.
Fantastic. Why can't I think of the Patriots quarterback?
Because you never.
Drake
What's
May.
the Patriots
Drake
quarterback,
May.
Hawk?
Drake May.
Drake May.
Yeah.
He's on a horse bleep team.
Yeah.
And he's still great. And and Michael Penix is going to be the starting quarterback
Penix
for the
is gonna be
Falcons.
great.
So are all 6 of them going to be great? It might be. And if McCarthy is good, this is going to be a very good football team despite what Seth Wadler thinks.
Yeah. I agreed.
I just think,
Jeez,
it's a tough schedule, man, but you go on the road. Your first ever game is in Chicago on Monday Night Football. That's your first pro game. And I think it may have been Zach, his last couple of regular season games have been like nationally televised games.
Basically, like last 3, because he had Michigan, Ohio State, then the college football playoff semifinal, final.
He can win, man. That kid can
He's
win.
a winner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I can't wait.
I've not heard a single person say anything rotten about him.
No. Yeah.
Sounds like he's always down at the facility. He sounds like the real life version of my computer generated character on College Football 26.
Yep.
Only he's smaller and
Slightly
cares less.
smaller. Yep.
Nobody cares more than my player does.
Yeah. God, you're obsessed with that.
Hey,
did you order your Fighting Hens
I
hat
did.
or did you move on from that?
I moved on from that.
Now you got to buy a Nebraska hat.
Well, I ordered my my headset so I could do StreamYard so people could watch my guy succeed.
I can't wait to watch.
Hey, Zacho.
Yes, sir.
When is Jaybird going to be here?
He's here.
He's already here. Is
Yeah.
he in studio over there?
He'll be here. He's just arriving.
Who's Jaybird?
Jaybird.
Yeah, you seen all those drone?
Oh yeah, Jay Christensen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's going to be in studio with us.
I didn't know that. You guys were talking about Parker Fox being here.
Yeah, he's going to be here too.
Well, nobody cares about that.
Yeah. Jay Bird has been doing some huge things, even bigger. He's the guy who did the drone footage of the bowling alley, which changed everything.
I know. Yeah,
Have you seen
Brian Lake Bowl?
Yeah. Have you seen his footage of the Formula One race in Miami?
Yes.
That's pretty sweet, man.
Yeah.
Jay Bird will be here to talk to us about how cool it is to be him.
Yeah, big fan.
Yeah, me too. So we'll talk about that. And we'll do Fan 5. And we'll talk to Parker Fox, who's tall. I'm going to ask him how the weather is up there.
That'll be great. That'll be great.
That's going to be the closest thing we'll get to a weather report today.
Do they have a college basketball version of the college football game?
They're going to.
Yes.
In the next couple of years. I think 2028 they will.
Oh, that'd be sweet too, right?
They used to have one. It was fun, yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Hawk won't play it, but yeah.
I'm sure it was fun.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. This is better, though.
Well, yeah.
College
It'll be
football.
super.
No, it would be better. Yeah, but it would be fun to get your team to the bracket.
Yeah.
To March Madness.
Yeah,
that'd be super fun.
I want to create somebody that has to stand on a ladder to talk to Spud Webb. I want him to be so small.
Yeah.
And I want him to still make the team. I want people to ask him if he's looking for gold at the bottom of the rainbow. That's how short he's going to be. And I also want him to be an all-star.
Yeah. Isn't that the bit you're going to do
with my college football guy? Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm going to just say he's going to play for a college that will surprise everybody.
Holy crap.
Right. Power Trip Morning Show. Lots to do in the 8 o'clock hour. And you can watch us at KFAN.com/watch right after this on The Fan. The Fan.
KFAN Total Traffic.
From the 1-800-ASK-GARY Traffic Center.
We have delays on 694 westbound from Highway 36 to McKnight, westbound from Silver Lake to East River. 394 tight eastbound from Penn to 94. Crosstown with delays westbound 34th Avenue to Xerxes. 35W northbound slow from the Burnsville split to Highway 13. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest Total Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Luther Brookdale Mazda.
Luther Brookdale Mazda is the Midwest #1 volume Mazda dealer 5 years running. And we've earned the President's Award 7 years in a row for outstanding sales and customer service. Come see us and find out why. LutherMazda.com. The only thing we overlook is $694.
Hey, it's Meat Sauce. I was always curious about those home energy squad visits from Excel Energy. So I finally had them come out to my house, and it was amazing. They checked everything, and they even installed some energy-saving upgrades right then and there. The team was super professional and respectful. They walked me through everything and answered all my questions and really listened to my concerns. And the best part, I'm already using less energy. Seriously, you've got to experience the difference. Go to excelenergy.com/squad to book your home energy squad visit today, sponsored by Excel Energy.
Is your driveway, sidewalk, or patio sunken? Level can lift and level that sunken concrete. Lifting costs a fraction of the cost of concrete replacement. And this month, Level is going to give you 17.76% off if you accept your estimate by July 31st. Visit levelmn.com. That's levelmn.com.
Nordo here for the Modern Sportsman. Shooting range, firearm shop, training center, all up in Coon Rapids. Easy to get to, in fact, right off Highway 47 and then down in Burnsville as well. Their online permit to carry class right now is an absolute home run. You get the classroom content online, so you have this awesome resource you can access on your time at your convenience, but then you still get Modern Sportsman's expert on-range instruction for certification. Check out the online permit to carry class at the Modern Sportsman, Coon Rapids and Burnsville. Register today at theModernSportsman.com.
Hi, this is Megan, your friend and jeweler from Shane Company. Did you know not all warranties are created equal? At Shane Company, our free lifetime warranty is all-inclusive and even protects the diamond in your engagement ring. We can offer such an incredible warranty because our rings are crafted to last a lifetime. As your friend and jeweler, our gift to you is peace of mind. At Shane Company, we also cover unlimited repairs, resizings, and cleanings for free for life, saving you thousands over time. Because a friend always has your back. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Hey, it's Chris Hockey. Have you thought about replacing your existing driveway? Well, Aurora Asphalt and Concrete replaced mine, and we could not be happier. They are trained asphalt specialists that are going to meet with you, review your needs, and conduct a professional site evaluation. And they do asphalt and concrete driveways, concrete aprons, sidewalks, patios, plus they do all the cleanup too. Get a 5% discount up to $200 when you use the promo code iHeart.
Aurora Asphalt and Concrete, paving the way with concrete we love.
Aurora-asphalt.com.
Luther Brookdale Mazda is the Midwest #1 volume Mazda dealer 5 years running. And we've earned the President's Award 7 years in a row for outstanding sales and customer service. Come see us and find out why. LutherMazda.com. The only thing we overlook is $694.
From the LevelMN.com Weather Center.
This report is sponsored by Luther Brookdale Mazda.
Luther Brookdale Mazda is the Midwest #1 volume Mazda dealer 5 years running. And we've earned the President's Award 7 years in a row for outstanding sales and customer service. Come see us and find out why. LutherMazda.com. The only thing we overlook is $694.
Turnpike Troubadours at the Ledge Amphitheater on Friday, July 11th. Tickets at Ticketmaster.com.
Fan forecast.
High of 85, 71 right now.
All your favorite KFAN shows are also your favorite podcasts. Listen back on iHeartRadio and KFAN.com. Presented by Builders and Remodelers.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, you tuned into the Power Trip Morning Show, and I got to tell you, I'm real grateful that you did that. Thank you. Lots to get to this hour, as we have so many guests now. Ben Lieber's been there, and he's been there for a while. I'm glad he's here. I like you, Ben.
I'm
You're a
always
good
there
guy.
for you,
I like you,
Hawk.
man. I like you.
I'm always there for you.
You're crazy, but I like you.
Except on 4th of July.
Yeah, no, I understood that. That's okay. I understood it. I didn't mind being sent to voicemail. I had no idea. I had no problem with it.
I did not send you to voicemail.
Yeah, stop saying that.
We had fun without you. Next time, maybe we'll do. Are you going to Marnie's pool party, by the way?
No, my kid's got a state baseball tournament that weekend.
What about you, Parker Fox? Are you going to Marnie's pool party?
I'm self-inviting myself now, I guess.
Oh, you know what? You're not a part of the Power Trip effers.
I guess not.
I'm going to make him.
You're
going in, brother.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah,
you're going in, brother. You're going in.
All right. This is tread with precaution.
I know.
Yeah. Once Tommy gets a few drinks in, it gets wild.
Oh, goodness.
Well, even yesterday, I'm in the middle of our show at Twin Cities Live, and my phone is just
my apologies.
crazy vibrating.
I swear to God, I didn't think about it until after.
What is going on?
I'm so sorry.
I had 35 messages in about 10 minutes on this text thread.
30 of them were about Hawks video game.
I'm sorry. I did think about it afterwards because I'm like, Ben hasn't responded. Oh, that's right. He's working.
Who's the leading message sender?
On the Power Trip effers?
Yeah.
Probably Creasel.
Yeah,
Okay.
Creasel and
Tommy.
Tommy.
Yeah.
A lot of.
So just you'll be added because you deserve to be added, but just prepare that it's gonna phone's gonna be nonstop blowing up.
Here's Hawk's character. Hold on, let me restart the video. I'm going to show you Parker.
Have you listened to the show at all this morning,
Here's
Parker?
Hawk's character running to the sidelines.
I love it. I love this game so much, Parker.
Yeah.
I love this game so much.
He wants to be Brian Bosworth so bad.
I look like Brian Bosworth. You're so
you
right.
do.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's the neck roll.
Yeah,
and
it's
the
neck roll.
Wasn't he 44?
Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah, but when I got to the Cornhuskers, there was a defensive lineman who was already 44, so I had to take 53.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Crap.
You
could have paid him off in NIL
That's a
money.
hideous number. The only worst one is 51.
I
that's
got on
too
the
good.
field.
Yeah,
good
right.
point. Yeah.
We have a very special guest in the studio right now, guys.
We do.
Look at him sitting over there. Mr. Jay Bird Films himself.
Woo!
Look at you. By the way, I should say this because I don't think last time we had you on, we did it and people were confused. It's JAYBYRD films.com, jaybirdfilms.com. Good morning. How are you, Jay?
Doing great. Spot on with the Y, not I.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
People, for some reason, yelled at me a lot last time you were on because I didn't say that correctly. So this time I got yelled at a lot. Yeah. I'm watching right now the drone footage you did for the Miami Marlins, and this might be my favorite that you've done because I love watching pitchers throw baseballs. I'm fascinated by it, and it almost looks like it's not real. Your footage, it's so good, dude.
Yeah, that was the goal for that shoot, and Sandy had won the Cy Young the year before, and just to have him throw his fastball right at the drone camera, I mean, I think every pitcher on the Marlins, made it a goal to try to hit the drone with their fastball, and Sandy did it on the very first try. So props to him, and he made the shot epic for sure.
Jay Christensen is, here's what it says, your bio. Here's what it says on your own website. You followed your passion for cinematography, specifically aerial cinematography, and inspired the creation of Jay Bird Films. After creating the globally recognized, and that is not being overly grandeur, that's true. It was globally recognized. Right up your alley, drone goes bowling, one take fly through, Jay rose to fame. Widely known as a pioneer in FPV cinematography and innovator within the drone industry, Jay has logged thousands of hours and is our chief FPV and heavy lifter pilot. How did you, for the people who didn't hear you the first time you were on, how did you get started doing this? Just be out of an interest in drones, or was it specifically looking for a different angle on your career?
Yeah, for sure, to explore all the opportunities with, utilizing drones for cinematography and introducing them in sports has been a huge thing that really helped with that exploration. I think really just trial and error and seeing how the drones are now so small and safe that they can be close to talent or athletes or anything, and you can really go for perspectives that are surreal or video game-like. So that's something that I think I learned, even just as an example, like even going and filming Parker at Williams Arena there, that was sweet because he was able to just ball out one day and we could go explore the different types of shots you can get on a basketball court with a drone. So things like that really are how that exploration started.
Yeah, Hawk, I'm not going to take any hurt to saying your favorite video because Jay has one of me.
I'm watching it as we speak.
Go check it out. But yeah, literally he came through and he would fly these drones through the basketball hoop. So like we'd be up there dunking and literally like the drone would be like feet away from us, inches away from us as we're dunking, and he'd go through the hoop, through our legs. He'd hit the ball in midair. Like he's flying these things recklessly, man. It's actually crazy.
Yeah, this is sweet, man. The bit you did at the Sphere with U2, who contacts you in that? The people at the Sphere, or is it U2?
Somewhat of a combination, and like for sure. Actually, it's, tonight we're going to Las Vegas to do Backstreet Boys at the Sphere. So
are you really? Are you serious?
Yeah, so that's on Friday, Saturday. Today we're gonna do rehearsals, just try to fine tune everything. But yeah, it's about 50-50 with the artist versus the venue for sure.
That's sweet, man. Good for you.
Again,
go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, just real quick. As I'm watching the one with Parker, at times it literally looks like it's not real. That's the one the early one where you do the slam dunk and it goes around you, Parker. That's the coolest thing ever.
I know, it's just insane. And the coolest thing I think about Jay is, so honestly, we went to high school together. He was three years older than me. So everybody knew who Jay was. Like
so he's 44?
He's 40.
Yeah.
Sweet. They make fun of me for being old and being in college so long. But no, Jay was like the guy that everybody looked up to in terms of like videos, because when 2015, 2016, no one was really making videos, right? Like it was this new thing, and Jay was in video class, and every example in video class was Jay's videos. And what was the one, the chase or whatever it was? Like really early on, you made that chase video that was like, I have still a vivid memory of like this high school video he made, and we're like, this guy's gonna make it in this, because nobody really knew like what video was and how you make it in that industry, but you could tell Jay had like something special. So literally every single like example the teacher would give us was Jay's videos. So Mrs. Dolance, right? Video teacher?
Sure.
Yeah, no doubt. So we knew Jay had it at an early age.
Wow, that's neat.
So, Jay, let me ask you, we've talked before, and I don't remember if I've asked this particular question, but, I've seen the videos of you actually doing your craft, almost like the behind-the-scenes thing where you're wearing the headset and you're flying the drones around. When you first started and you started, like, pressing the limits of, like, what the drone can do, did you ever make yourself sick? Like, is it disorienting to fly these things around in that sort of virtual space with the headset on?
Yeah, it's definitely helpful to sit. It's like when you stand when you fly, I think that definitely could disorient you. So I think it's more so like we're in situations where we've been on moving trains flying. We've been in stunt cars being driven by like professional stunt drivers while I'm flying. So like just because you always have to maintain a certain signal. So if you are doing a chase scene in downtown LA or something, you got to keep up with them. And so you have to be moving at those speeds. So definitely learning how to be in a moving vehicle and being able to operate has been very difficult. But yeah, so long as you sit down, usually that's the best move. And yeah, a lot of the videos that we've showed the making of or behind the scenes, Noah Furchi, who he shot for the Timberwolves for a decade, and he's been doing all of his filmmaking for our behind the scenes, and it's really cool to see he's taken, following all the NBA players around, and he's kind of translated it to showing how we do our drone operations.
Noah's the best.
Noah's awesome.
What a good dude.
And yeah, and obviously Chris was in white jeans, so that was super sick.
Yep. I got an Emmy for that. Well, we got an Emmy for that. but I tell
That's
everybody I
sweet,
want an
dude.
Emmy. Yeah, that's cool, man. So specifically about the drones, first of all, do you break them very often? Because I got to believe, as cool as these things are, you got to probably do it a few times before you nail it. And do you ever run into the wall and have to go buy a new drone?
Yeah, for sure. But oddly enough, like some of these scenarios, the drones are super durable. Well,
Okay.
like just even we were doing the Wild Media Day last year, and we wanted to get a shot of going into Marc-Andre Fleury's glove, like the puck perspective. And I think we did it like 3 or 4 times, and the drone was totally fine the entire time.
Wow.
So it's pretty cool to see. Like you could literally go into somebody's glove at puck speed for sure, and it'll
What about the baseball? The Marlins pitcher that hits the baseball comes right out of his hand like 5 feet away and hits the drone.
So what was cool is he actually didn't hit the drone. He only hit the camera lens, and we put a little filter, a $20 UV filter over it. So that shot cost $20.
That was the next question I was going to ask.
Sweet.
What kind of camera do you use?
Well, the GoPro camera has been the main setup,
Really?
and I think a lot of directors and DPs will like be like, oh, we don't want to use a GoPro. It's not professional enough. You know, we got all these $20,000, $30,000 cameras sitting around, and it really goes to show how it's so much more about the storytelling of the shots versus like just a really expensive camera. And you could put bigger cameras on the drone, but there has to be a happy medium of safety for talent and people with it too, just because yeah, you could fly this huge camera, but if I'm trying to go through like Parker's legs or something like that, like there's got to be some sort of a setup where if something happens where it hits you, it's not a big deal. It just bounces off. So it's really trying to utilize the GoPro as much as possible for those scenarios. And obviously when the right setting is there where you don't have to get as close, you can use other cameras for sure.
Zacho, do you have stuff somewhere where people listening to us can check it out right now?
I mean, Jaybird Films. We're showing some on the stream right now.
Okay, gotcha.
KFAN.com/watch. And actually, one thing I was just about to show Jay, I was watching the Stanley Cup Final this year, and the Panthers just won the second consecutive cup, and all of a sudden there's a live drone shot on my screen on TNT, and we talked about this back when you were here for the after party about the potential for live drone shots on TV. It obviously happened in a big stage, a big opportunity. Can you bring us through what it was like to film the celebration of a Stanley Cup final in front of a national live TV audience?
Yeah, that was super exciting because we had shot the Stanley Cup in Las Vegas 2 years ago, and that was not for live purposes. We were just shooting that for the NHL, and we got such good feedback from that. And we've worked with ESPN and TNT with doing different live streams over the last couple of years. And so TNT was like, let's for sure take that live. And it's something where it's actually 2 separate cameras, like that GoPro on top. The FPV camera is actually completely separate. That's how they're able to take the live feed. So it's a step down quality-wise, unfortunately, but it's so close that, they don't mind. They think it's like good enough. And then for sure, having one chance to do it, you don't get to go redo that. We had to do a lot of practice, but when it comes down to it and they're throwing their gloves and they're throwing their helmets, you really just got to navigate through that. Oof. You don't know really, obviously in that scenario, if the game ends in overtime, maybe which side of the ice they'll be on or what small little details like that. But for sure, being able to see that live has been a really cool new experience for sports, because in the past we've only just pre-recorded it, next day or later that day release the film, but now letting the audience at home be a part of those moments is super special for sure.
So is that something where if they don't win the cup, you just move on to the next city? Like you were hired by the Panthers to do that. So if they don't, or whoever hired you,
just the NHL.
Okay,
yep.
So you just move on to the next city. You
you
sit there and wait, and if they win it, great. If they don't, you just move on.
Yeah, the Stanley Cup has been an interesting project where it's clearly going to be a better film for the clinching team to win at home. I mean, that film on the road, I feel like, is pretty lame and sad. But for sure, not knowing if we're going to be in Edmonton or being in Miami for that is like a pretty large, that's a long distance to go back and forth. Luckily, there was only one clinching game, so I didn't have to go back and forth. But yes, I would have had to go 4, 5, 6, 7 back and forth if all of them were clinching games.
Again, if you're just tuning in, the Patrick Morning Show right now, that's Jay Christensen of Jay Bird Films, and you've seen the right up your alley drone video that kind of took the world by storm. But if you wanted, if you don't have time now to go to kfan.com/watch and look at all the things you can see as we're actually interviewing him, I encourage you to go to jaybirdfilms.com. That's JAYBYRD, jaybirdfilms.com. I am a giant fan of Duluth and all the old mansions up there, and I'm watching the Glen Sheen Mansion drone footage right now that you did, and it brings to mind the idea of you doing a film completely, or a short film or something, even a television episode with a drone, because I watched the what was the name of the show that the kid just did this year? Anyway, I was introduced to the concept of a oneer, and that is where the entire scene is done in one camera shot. And that's kind of what you did at Glen Sheen here. Have you been approached to do that? Have you done something like that, a single episode of some kind of a show?
Actually, feature films, not as much for television. I think the one part about how being able to utilize the drone for a one-take shot in a feature film or a TV show is some of these productions are so big that it's hard for them to understand, like, the drone sees everything, and there's like hair and makeup, and there's Video Village, and there's all these things. So we've been on some sets where we're setting up a shot, and it's a huge learning curve for those sets to like introduce that type of cinematography. So for sure, there's projects that we've been able to work on that are still being released that will be pretty exciting for feature films. But for sure, television's something that I don't really see many examples of it. I think for sure that's something that's still on the horizon.
Well, and now that I say that, I'm sure that would be there's a lot of people who do a lot of jobs that drone shot would kind of take out of the picture, if you know what I mean. But the show I'm talking about is The Studio, and it's a fantastic television show that was on Apple TV, just came out this year. And they have one episode that is a half hour long that is one shot the entire time. Wow. And that would have been perfect done by drone. The way you did, again, this Glen Sheen Mansion thing,
this is outstanding.
Are these actors who do this kind of thing all the time, or do you know? I mean, like, are they people who do this kind of thing at Glen Sheen, or did you write up a scenario for this entire thing?
Yeah, I wrote the script for it,
wow.
And I got a voice actor. Yeah, I think a lot of the part that people don't realize is what's so great about the cinematography is the audio, like the being able to have people talking and incorporate dialogue in these films it's difficult too, because the drone's so loud that you can't record their audio in real time. So we're, obviously dubbing all that in post-production. So it really goes to show how it's not just you show up and you read off a script and roll it just in that take. You have to really think about how to put that together. And I think that is another reason with shows and movies why it hasn't really been seen as much, just because it is difficult to be able to set that up. But in Glen Sheen in particular, that's actually UMD students in the theater department that came in and helped. But really fun to do that project because, I went to UMD and for sure got to spend a lot of time at Glen Sheen. It's an incredible place if you haven't been there. And I have a huge passion for historical architecture history, and being able to utilize this modern technology with the drone and show a story of the past is a really fun example, and I'd love to do more period pieces like that. Absolutely.
This is so cool.
I got a question. I know these are difficult to answer because you don't necessarily want to like diminish or minimize other people. But it seems like based on who you've worked with, big organizations, individuals, like, are there memorable people off the top of your head that you'd like to point out that you're like, I'm so fortunate doing what I do to get to meet this person? And it doesn't have to be somebody that we all know. It could be maybe a director of photography on something else, like somebody you admire, like behind the scenes. Like, where is this journey taking you, and who have you met that you think is super memorable?
Honestly, just recently was probably one of the most cool meetings we got for this Unreal shoot. They're releasing new apparel for the Minnesota Twins, and we got to work with Joe Mauer, and being able, one day I'm wearing my like Joe Mauer sideburns in 2006, and the next thing we're directing a film with him. It was so cool to see how, when we're showing him the shots we want to go for in target field, he's like really inquisitive about the drone, wants to know more about how to operate it or legalities with it, things like questions I'd never thought he'd ask, but for sure he's a really awesome guy to work with, and being able to have him as our talent for the Unreal shoot, that's going to be exciting when that releases for sure. But I think Joe Mauer was such a huge inspiration for me when I was younger. I definitely was a catcher in baseball, and like seeing him in person, being able to work with him, I think out of all athletes, that's for sure top for being able to work with them recently.
This Las Vegas win video is outstanding.
The golf shots are awesome.
Yeah,
so cool.
Those are so cool.
How often do you get asked to do weddings?
A lot, but actually a lot more maybe a decade ago. But now that the only thing with drones is obviously they're loud, right?
Yeah, good point, yeah.
So you could do a pretty cool shot at a ceremony, but then the ceremony has to be like, all right, there's going to be a drone buzzing around ruining your ceremony. So if somebody's excited to let a drone just be their entire ceremony, they can do it for sure.
Real quick, I hope I'm not letting any cats out of any bags. Did you do something for former President Joe Biden?
Yeah, we shot at the White House.
Whoa.
And yeah, it was really cool to see that they had actually been trying to do that for quite a few years, but Secret Service was pretty difficult to approve that operation. I think they're on lockdown all the time with drones there. And so once we were able to show them the aesthetic and, you know, what we could do with it, I think actually we had just done a film with Usher. Wow. And somehow after the film with Usher made Secret Service be like, all right, we can do it now. I don't know.
Really? Usher's got influence on Secret Service.
I don't know how that was what, you know, turned the tables on it, but for sure after they saw that film and then they're like, all right, this winter we're doing all the holiday decorations at the White House. It's going to be pretty immaculate, so we want to capture that. And definitely the entire time everybody was I think they couldn't understand the concept of we all hide in this room and the drone goes and flies. They felt like they had to follow the drone to make sure it didn't do anything that they didn't want, but definitely a fun experience. And I think like that was probably the hardest approval we've ever had to get for sure.
Saucy and I were lucky enough to go to see U2 at the Sphere.
Outstanding.
And I'm watching right now the footage you shot of U2 on stage opening night at the Las Vegas Sphere. What was that like?
Yeah, that was surreal just because I think we've had plenty of time to, you know, see how the Sphere is for flying drones. But that first time it was so disorienting just because there's nothing quite like that screen. And so during rehearsals for that, I really had to make sure I always saw where the ground was in the shots. Because if you just go straight at that screen, you don't understand the proximity you are to it.
Yeah.
So, you know, night one was all about how do you operate it, you know, where you're essentially understanding the whole space because the Sphere is like nothing else for flying a live shot. But U2 was great to work with just because I think they just let us do our thing. I think sometimes artists will be like, all right, like just fly over the crowd, don't come on stage. And it's like, well, what's the point of doing this? Because it's always about a happy medium. You don't want to have the drone up the entire show. You know, you want to pick and choose good moments to go for so that it can really tell the story of the show without like distracting it all from it. And yeah, U2 opening it up was incredible. And I think for them to be able to have so many, they had a lot of shows back to back to back, but they kept bringing us back. I think the first night was going to be the only night at first. And then once they got feedback from the first couple films of Beautiful Day and maybe Vertigo that released, like they were like, all right, we're coming back in a month. Let's get another shoot in for sure.
Yeah, that's sweet. I think one thing that I learned from Jay is the batteries of these drones can't be too big because there's these little drones flying, so they have to have these small batteries. So you can't fly them for 30 minutes at a time. You have to fly them in these little intervals.
Like 4 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the length of a song, basically.
Is that right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just because, again, with that safety aspect and for live concerts to legally fly at shows, the drone has to weigh less than 250 grams. So that way, if something happened, it's not going to be a really big deal. If you're flying a huge drone, that's going to be a problem. So you have to build it to be small and safe, and then that obviously requires a very small battery of only 4 minutes. So you got to be strategic about when you launch and land for sure. I think that's what brings those live shots even harder because at Stanley Cup, it's not like you're just sitting there ready to go. You have to like plug in the moment before you go. Otherwise, it'll start draining that beforehand for sure.
Whoa, does that give you some anxiety, like you're going to miss a big moment?
I think it felt like we did. We also did the Celtics banner raising, and that was live as well. And that one I think was you had the banner going up took forever.
Wow, yeah.
It's going up so slow, and you just had to be up the whole time. So I think that one was probably more anxiety just because I knew the length of that actual ceremony. And introducing all the players was going to be way longer. I think the Stanley Cup, it's like, it's super exciting for 4 minutes, and then there's a 10-minute break before they actually bring the cup out. Mm-hmm. So that was a little chiller for sure.
Cool.
Again, that's Jay Christensen, Jaybird Films with a Y, Jaybyrd, jaybirdfilms.com, or just watch us right now, KFAN.com/watch. You can see this. I'm watching the White House on Christmas Eve. I can't believe I've never seen this before. This is gorgeous, man. I just love, I've never even thought about what it would look like inside the White House on Christmas. This is so beautiful. Good work, man.
Yeah.
Can you stick around for one more segment?
Yeah, for sure.
Fantastic. Thanks to Builders and Remodelers at buildersandremodelers.com, who normally would be bringing us Fan 5 right there. But we'll find out maybe what's next, if he can let us know, from Jaybird Films, and much, much more. Over there's Parker Fox, Ben Lieber, and a cast of thousands. Power Trip Morning Show right here on The Fan.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
September 19th and 20th. Streaming live only on Hulu. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Get tickets now at AXS.com.
Gear up, music fans. Hyundai is back as a proud partner of the 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival. Join us as our electrifying all-star lineup hits the stage like never before.
The Fan and BigDeck.com want to help you win $1,000.
The Fan.
Every single weekday, right here on FM 100.3 KFAN. The Fan.
All new BigDeck.com decks are installed with the following disclaimer. A BigDeck.com deck may cause increased time outdoors, accelerated beverage consumption, excessive neighborhood jealousy, darker tans, and intense meat sweats.
Find a BigDeck.com prescription for your home at BigDeck.com. Get your deck on.
Join me, Greg Rosenthal, and an all-star cast of media personalities, including Mina Kimes, Steve Weish, Kevin Harlan, and more, for a look at football's best since the turn of the century. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search NFL Daily with Greg Rosenthal, and listen now.
Luther buys used cars, which means they'll buy yours. If you have a car, truck, van, or SUV that you would like to sell, flat out sell it to Luther. Drive in to any of the 45 Luther locations. Tell them you have a vehicle you would like them to look at. They'll look it over, and then in about 15 minutes, they'll give you an offer. It's fast, it's simple, it's safe, it's stress-free. They're looking for all makes, all models, and all price ranges. So maybe you think your vehicle's just worth a couple $100 or a couple of $1,000. Luther still wants to see it, and they might surprise you with a good offer. And one of the best parts about all this, if you accept the offer, Luther handles all of the paperwork. And look, Luther has the largest inventory in the state of Minnesota, and they are always looking to add to it. And that's where you come in. So find a location right now at lutherauto.com, or if you know where one of those 45 locations is, drive in today and sell that vehicle to Luther. Turns out the best place to buy a car is the best place to sell your car. Sell your car, truck, van, or SUV to Luther. Find them online right now at lutherauto.com. Luther buys used cars.
Standard Water is the standard for basement and exterior waterproofing and foundation repair. Wet basements, cracks in walls, bowing walls, settling foundations. Standard Water does it all since 1977. Free estimates start at standardwater.com. Standardwater.com.
All right, let's talk about Level. What does Level do? Well, they lift and level sunken concrete. Sidewalks, driveways, patios, steps, garage floors. If it's sunken, they will raise it back up. Level uses cutting-edge polyurethane foam. And lifting costs just a fraction of what you would pay for full concrete replacement. But this month, Level's going to give you 17.76% off your entire bill when you accept your estimate by July 31st. Visit levelmn.com. That's levelmn.com.
Free cocktails at Flying Dutchman Spirits every day. Mention iHeartRadio today and get a free handcrafted cocktail with the purchase of another at Flying Dutchman Spirits. Habanero infused 100% blue agave, Thai chili peppered flavored vodka, or the Sailor's Rancio and rum are just a few of the 9 special locally distilled spirits from Flying Dutchman Spirits.
Hey, it's Meat Sauce here. I can't tell you how much my wife and I love our brand new sauna from SaunaSupplyCo.com and Sauna Supply Company. They are outstanding at what they do. They built us a custom sauna. It is awesome. It's Wi-Fi, all that stuff. You press a button, it'll turn on, heat up to the temp you want, and you're sitting and chilling in your sauna in no time. We went to saunasupplyco.com. We talked to John, one of the owners, and he got us one of the best saunas of all time. Get the same by simply going to saunasupplyco.com.
When you own your own business, you own every decision. Catch the red eye or take the 6 a.m.
Make a new hire or promote internally.
Celebrate a win with the toast at the gate or unwind at the lounge. Big props to this team. Some decisions are a win-win. Like earning 8 times points on Chase Travel. Introducing Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business. With $2,500 in annual value, it's the business card that gives back all you put in. Visit chase.com/reserve business to learn more. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank and a member of FDIC, subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
People always ask me, hey, Livy, what fuels you? Passion? Competition? The pursuit of greatness? None of those things. Raising Cane's is the only fuel I need. Their cooked-to-order chicken fingers always fills my tank, and the crinkle-cut fries and Texas toast are the perfect top-off for the perfect road trip. So when I'm running on fumes, I always refuel at Raising Cane's. But turns out, not everything's fueled by Cane's. Guess the old girl prefers her sauce unleaded. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Hey, it's Meat Sauce. I was talking to the Home Energy Squad auditor who came to my house from Excel Energy, and I asked him what he loved the most about his job. He said it's helping people save energy and make their homes more comfortable. And honestly, I get it now. My home feels so much more cozy, and I know I use less energy. It's all thanks to their personalized advice and recommendations. It's really a win-win. Find out how you can benefit. Head on over to excelenergy.com/squad to sign up for your Home Energy Squad visit. Sponsored by Excel Energy.
All siding, window, and door installation labor is just $1. Visit buildersandremodelers.com.
You're listening live to The Power Trip on iHeartRadio and FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
Final segment of your little Power Trip morning show for Thursday. And we are available right now to look at KFAN.com/watch. We have Ben Lieber and Parker Fox over there. And we have, hi. And we have Jay Bird himself, Jay Christensen from Jay Bird Films, JAYBYRD, JayBirdFilms.com.
From Matamidi, Minnesota.
That's right. Representing.
Shout out Tommy O.
That's right. Who has made just some of the most incredible film I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's outstanding.
There's so many things I didn't even know existed until I got on your website, and I probably haven't been on there since the last time you were here, and oh my goodness. But you know him from right up your alley, that fantastic drone footage that got it all started. And Jay is in studio with us right now. And again, thank you for that, man. I appreciate it. I think, Zacho, did you have a question you were telling me you wanted to ask him before we went to break? Because you're back there by yourself, and I don't want to bogart all the questions.
No. Gosh dang it. I've lost it. I've lost it.
We'll come back to you when you remember
sad.
it.
You'll find it.
I put him on the spot.
Well, no, here we go. I just remembered. So I just want to know, not many people can say that their work has been seen by hundreds of millions at this point. What can you even process just how many people have seen what you have done, what you've created in your life's work already at your age even?
Yeah, it's pretty wild to see globally how many people have seen some of our earliest films and films even that we've released within this year. And it's something that I never thought that people would understand that aesthetic as being something that's so good for storytelling. I think the audio part of it is what people always forget about or don't understand is they think there's a microphone on the drone recording everything. And that's been something where, across all the people who have seen our work, that's the number one question is how do you record the audio? But it's all done with that post-production sound design. So really fun to see what kind of feedback we've gotten recently.
Is there any thought that sooner or later somebody's going to come up with a drone that's quiet?
We've asked that question so many times. And
Great question.
I think, unfortunately, the physics just aren't possible. Maybe reduced, but nothing quiet for sure. In this century, at least. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I think it'll eventually, it's got to eventually get better. I mean, shoot, we just watched that. You guys all watched that. We know pretty much the operation that took down bin Laden.
Yeah.
I mean, the chopper that they had is they're basically quiet. So you have this giant rotor that's taking these guys hundreds of miles an hour, and nobody really even knows it's coming until it's on top of you. So It'll get there. I'm sure the technology eventually.
There's your State Fair T-shirt.
The technology from the military will definitely trickle down to civilian stuff. But the thing that you were talking about, you and Parker were talking about, is like the technology in the batteries hasn't gotten anywhere. I mean, you're traveling even today to Vegas with a suitcase full of batteries, and I'm like, they can't make batteries last any longer than 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, that pink bunny's lying.
You're probably so good at You're probably so good at talking to all the TSA and all like the Delta flight agents and everything. Like they know you well.
There's like 4 of them that know me. I think roughly. Yeah,
that's funny.
For sure.
That's funny.
The FPV motorcycle touring, highways of the American West. Now that speaks to my language right there, man. That's some beautiful shots right there of those dudes riding all over the place on their motorcycles. That's really, really great. What is next? Do you have any big things on the horizon that we can look forward to that you can tell us about? I'm sure there's some secret things.
Yeah, for sure. Well, yeah, like I told you guys, today we're going to do Backstreet Boys at the Sphere, which will be super exciting. We've been able to shoot the Sphere so many times now, but the Backstreet Boys, like, they definitely have a special place in my heart. It was like definitely jamming out to them at my kindergarten talent show. So for sure. Yeah, I think one of the cooler projects we're working on is with Texas Tech football, and they're like gonna give me a day with the entire team, the entire organization, to show just a one-take film throughout everything, and that's something where we've done a lot of different films with different universities similar, but they're truly like giving me the floor to direct the whole team that day, and so that's gonna be really exciting. We did a similar film, for Vikings schedule release, where we got to go through TCO there, and it was really incredible to see how much coordination that took for obviously releasing the schedule, which we find out that day. So it's very hard to plan for that, and trying to incorporate physical implements that day of what these teams we're going to be playing are. So it'll be somewhat similar to that, but maybe a little bit different in the sense that it's just to show the football, not the schedule.
You know, your job is taking you all over the globe to places I'm sure that you never thought you'd actually be. So if you had 2 weeks off, based on where you've been, and you wanted to take a vacation, have you come across a spot that you're like, man, I definitely have to go back, not for work related stuff, but just to enjoy myself? I'm going to tell you right now, it's probably not going to be Lubbock, Texas.
A lot of oil money, though, man.
Listen, as much as I have so much respect for Texas Tech, I mean, you are probably going to be blown away by their campus and their facilities, because there's a lot of money down there. They do a great job. But, you know, obviously you've been to Brazil and all these other places. Like, where would you want to go just to relax?
Minneapolis.
Come on!
Well, you were talking about that. Like, you have not been home for months, is it?
A month.
Yeah, a month.
Wow. Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy to see how, you know, every place we go, people are like, oh, I'd love to go there. And I'm like, yeah, it's cool, but like Minnesota's so incredible. Like, it's so hard to be away that long. And every time I come home, it's like, yeah, no, there's truly no place I'd rather spend 2 weeks off than anywhere in Minnesota, really, but Minneapolis in particular, for sure.
Your Rio de Janeiro video is outstanding. That 60-second video, that's incredible. You're really good at that.
I'll tell you, man.
Maybe a close second would be Rio de Janeiro. Close second, all right, Minneapolis and Rio de Janeiro.
I was going to say, yeah.
Well, anybody who would watch the Land of 10,000 Lakes video that you did would want to live here as well. This is beautiful, man. And of course, anybody who's capable of actually doing something that got me a trophy, that's a huge feat, man. So thank you for that. It's the only trophy I own, and that's because of you. I appreciate it. That's cool. So when we're talking about the Land of 10,000 Lakes here and looking at this footage, the other thing I'm thinking about is the editing. Who does the editing for you?
So that was something that I took 100% of the post-production when I first started doing the drone films. And recently I've been able to collaborate with a couple of editors, one here in Minneapolis, Taylor Lewin, who does amazing sound design and post-production audio.
Sure.
So I'm sure whether you know it or not, you've seen his work. He's fantastic to a point where he knows our drone aesthetic so well that he brings this to life with all these layers of sounds. And
tell me what you mean by that, if you wouldn't mind. What do you mean by knows the drone aesthetic so well? What do you mean?
Because again, when you're putting the sound design on these drone films, all the dialogue and everything, you're not just taking a file that's synced up with the video. You have to place this all in and worldalize it, make it sound like everything is. So it's not like you just go into a room and music is playing. You go into a room and it's reverbed, so it actually sounds like you're in that room. And so what Taylor does to our films is incredible because he's been able to be turning around films we do for the NHL in 3 hours. He gets our shot and just recreates the sound for it. Wow. Obviously, it's nice when we have like a week to work on it, but sometimes it is turning it around in just a few hours for any sports events that we need to show day of. So it's him and myself working on it. Andrew Octor, another editor we have that's out in Colorado Springs, and the three of us have done most of the post-production on our films, and it again shows that it's not just about flying a drone around. It's truly about trying to tell the whole story with the audio included in that.
Bye, Ben.
Bye, Ben.
Love you. He's got to go to work. Bye, Ben. There you go.
Does it ever get overwhelming? Like all the editing and everything that goes into the process, and with you're on the move so much. Like you said, you hadn't been home for a month. Like, does it ever get overwhelming where you're like, man, I just need a little break? Or is it such a passion for you that it's like, this is what I want to be doing?
Yeah, well, spot on with like it can be overwhelming when you're away from Minnesota for too long. Like it's truly like all the films that really got this aesthetic to be where I wanted it to be, all were made here in Minnesota. So like it's so refreshing to be able to work on projects here because I feel like I'm the most organized, the most on top of it, and something always just magically works well with everything we've shot in Minnesota. So I think, if you take into consideration just being able to be here a good amount, have good balance, then nothing gets too overwhelming. When you're on the road for a month or more, 100% overwhelming, and you only just want to go back to Minneapolis for sure.
Is that something you think of when it's like all these opportunities are coming up to go to Brazil, to go to the Stanley Cup, to go to Vegas, and then there's the Vikings schedule release and the Timberwolves schedule release? Is that something like you put priority into, like being in Minnesota and that kind of stuff?
100%. Yeah, if I have the opportunity to work with any of the Minnesota sports teams over traveling, it's here. It's staying here.
Was Anthony Edwards actually flying the drone? We got to know.
What was funny is he gave it a shot, but obviously for the shot, I flew that, but definitely. But Alex Rodriguez did actually hit the drone with a bat. That was real, so that was cool.
Cool. That was great.
Was Katy Perry nice to you?
Yeah, she was cool. She definitely she wanted to see the view, or she asked to see like what it looks like in the goggles. So we put the goggles on her and gave her a ride along.
Did she start singing?
No, that'd been sweet.
Darn it.
Yeah, these videos are sweet. I'm just mesmerized by all of this.
Yeah, I know.
This is great.
Is there a favorite one you have? I know it's hard to pick your own favorite work, but
yeah, no, that's super hard. I mean,
you say White Jeans.
White Jeans is up. White Jeans is up there definitely. I'd say for sure. I mean, we already had talked about that Glenn Sheen video was so special for me just because doing the research and writing the script is a big part of. I don't do that every film, but whenever I'm kind of, producing it top to bottom, that's something where it's super special. I think even when we flew through Mall of America the first time, that film was cool just because they kind of were just like, do whatever you want and we'll close everything down for you. And they were really cool about being able to let us bring the story of Mall of America to life. And so I think, again, when you talk about favorite projects, I feel like they all end up being in Minnesota.
Wow. Where did you shoot the one with like the Viking ship and the helmet? Where was that shot?
That's in Norway, and for sure, a good friend of mine and colleague, Espen Hadelskog, he was making films with us back in 2017, and he has a very small scene in the birthday party film too. But yeah, he's been a Viking influencer in Norway. That's like a big thing in Norway to be a Viking influencer, and they have all the authentic villages and all the authentic ships. And we knew even 7 or 8 years ago, it's like we have to someday make a drone film there. And once FPV drones, the smaller, safer ones, became more relevant, we went out to Norway and got to direct a whole film through the Viking ship. And honestly, I think it would be a phenomenal creative to incorporate that for the Minnesota Vikings someday too, to be able to maybe make some sort of surreal scene where these Vikings from the past discover the real Minnesota Vikings would be a really fun creative.
That's pretty cool. Yes.
All of this is outstanding, man.
Absolutely. Again, Jaybird Films, JAYBYRD, jaybirdfilms.com. That's pretty sweet.
Do you have a favorite thing to film between concerts and the sports and everything? What is your number one favorite thing to go out and shoot?
I think, with sports in mind, I think it's doing the ball chases. So, like, you can, with a lot of the PGA golfers we've worked with, you can actually chase their ball with the drone at speed.
So cool. That's sweet.
We just got to do that with Patrick Mahomes, actually, just 2 weeks ago. We were doing a T-Mobile commercial, and, we got to chase Patrick Mahomes' touchdown pass, which was pretty fun. And definitely, like, I think that aesthetic in particular of being able to fly with any ball that you've seen in sports or puck or something like that, those end up being my favorite shots just because it's a goal for whoever that athlete is to either try to snipe the drone or like give you a perfect opportunity to chase a pass. And so it just becomes something where I think both the talent or athlete enjoy it just as much as I do, for sure.
Yeah. Have you been to Augusta yet?
I have not. That would be phenomenal, though, for sure. Everything we've shot with PGA, we've been able to do a lot of variety, but never Augusta, for sure.
How high can a drone go? Because there's at the end of that motorcycle video, it goes real high.
Yeah, so the general rule for certain airspaces is about 400 feet is what you have to have as your max altitude for the FAA in certain spaces, like when you're in downtown Minneapolis or something like that. But for sure, I think I remember 10 years ago before they even had these geofences or it'll actually know when your drone is above 400 feet.
Oh, wow.
I remember people were taking them to the clouds back then.
Wow.
It was pretty crazy. But they have very good regulations and geofences in them now, so you can't just go launch a drone and go fly by MSP. It won't even let you take off or in that airspace. So there's definitely good fail-safe features for flying too far or too high, for sure.
Odd question, and maybe unanswerable, and maybe this is dumb, but you think you're good enough at flying the drone and being in those goggles and seeing and experiencing that? Could you drive a car with that?
Drive a car with
you know what I mean? Control something actually that wasn't a drone. Could you actually, if the controls were similar, would you be able to do something other than a drone like that? Are you so comfortable with those goggles on?
Yeah, I'd hope so, because I think ever since I had to be in scenarios where, being on a moving train or in a moving vehicle already.
Right.
Though, I think just because of those situations, yes, but for sure, it's kind of funny how I was never a really good drone pilot when I first started. I just had just way more of a cinematography background, and so FPV. Some of these guys are racing these drones, and to a point where if I were ever to go in one of these drone races, I'd probably not be that good. I don't know. I've never tried, but I think it's more about the movement and just the camera movement in general. That's my specialty. I think when you talk strictly if you got this course set up in a stadium and you wanted me to rip around it at 100 miles an hour, maybe that wouldn't go so well. I don't know.
Go
I'm
ahead,
sorry,
Mark.
real quick. On that same token, can you go in the rain?
Somewhat. We've modified some of the drones to be waterproof or water resistant.
Right.
We had done a film for Auburn football a few years ago where it on their just their spring practice day, it just poured all day, but we had one waterproof drone, so we were able to still film their practice with that. But it's not something where you don't want to hope for that, because honestly the footage just has water droplets all over it.
Sure.
So,
yeah.
But it technically does have the rain capability.
So one of the things that is so great about golf now is it's on all the time, right? It's not just like it was on at 2 o'clock like 20 years ago or 30 years ago when it was basically tape delay. And one of the coolest parts of it is almost every shot you can see where it ends up. I know it's the batteries and all that, but if you could eventually get it where a drone would basically follow every like approach shot, that would be outstanding TV. And what that would bring to because so many people watch golf now because you can bet on so many aspects of it, that would be an outstanding feature. Now, the batteries and all that I get, but if that could ever be accomplished, that would be a home run for the golf world.
Yeah, I've actually had a lot of people ask about that, and we've thought about doing it for certain events, but technically I think even the battery would maybe be not as much of a problem as the sound. I think that's the one area where if you could figure out how to soundproof it or do what Ben was saying about these military helicopters, but I think unfortunately you got a really big drive and you just hear this drone buzz. Maybe it's not gonna go over too well with that golfer, but for sure. Maybe if it was part of the game, everybody had to have it. You all have to have this drone buzz by you when you go.
Jack Nicklaus is going to be rolling over in his grave. There's drones on every single hole. I would love it though.
It'd be sweet though.
How fast can it go? Because obviously a golf ball is going over 120 miles an hour or something like that.
So yeah, honestly, 100 ends. You could go a little more than 100, but 100 is crazy. About the highest. So when you're chasing the golf balls, technically a full-on drive on a par 5, you're not going to keep up with that. Mm-hmm. But if you're shooting a 150-yard shot with a little bit of loft or something, maybe 200 max, that's the sweet spot. So
outstanding.
Yeah. Good stuff, man.
How do you fly it backwards? Because I saw one. There's a shot where you're flying it backwards over the Madison Square Garden scoreboard. How do you do that?
Or is it just in reverse?
Neither.
Okay.
We are mounting the camera on the back of the drone. So I'm flying forward, and I'm assuming what's 180 degrees behind me.
Oh, wow. So you just have to guess where you're going.
I think we tried one of those for Parker, too. When Parker's balling out in Williams Arena, I was explaining to him, okay, I'm going to fly forward, but we're going to go through your legs, and the camera's on the back.
That's exactly what we did. Yeah, I was standing there. You whipped through my legs, and then I drove to the hoop. Whoa. And then you were flying one way, the camera was looking the other way, and then I dunked on the drone. Yeah, I remember that.
The inverse shot is what I call it. It's just it's definitely good it's perfect for some things, terrible for other scenarios, but you always just have to assume what's 180 degrees behind you.
Wow. Got a good idea of space.
Yeah.
I'd get sick.
Yeah, no doubt. Too. Yeah, I have a hard time with VR headsets, so I certainly would. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah, you bought one and then you had to give it away, right?
I had to give it to my son. It made my belly sick, but that's cool, man. Incredible stuff, man. Great work, and I can't wait to see what you do next. I just, it's really something.
I really hope whatever's next is here in Minnesota. I could use a break at home.
There you go.
Sure.
Well, let's come up with an idea, guys. Come on. And by the way, we didn't give away those Maca tickets yet, did we?
No, but we can, I don't know.
Jay, what's your favorite number?
Okay, come on.
Favorite number?
Yeah, what is your favorite number?
I'd say 16 is pretty dope.
Yeah.
16.
Do you want to be better than that, Zach?
Probably.
You want to save them, give them away tomorrow?
Yeah, we can give them away tomorrow.
That's what we'll do. We'll come up with a good idea. Again, jaybirdfilms.com. Jay Christensen, thank you for your time, buddy. It's great to see you, and we'll come up with an idea for you. We'll keep you at home for a while.
Sounds great, guys.
Absolutely. Parker, you're the best. Thank you for coming in, too. I didn't know you guys. I didn't even think about the fact you guys knew each other. How cool is that?
That's my boy.
Yeah, basically, when Parker's making the varsity team as a freshman, I'm getting cut. So he took my spot.
But then he made sweet videos of us.
That's
so
right.
It all worked out.
Listen, yeah.
It all works out.
It all worked out. That's great stuff. Thank you. Power Trip Morning Show tomorrow morning with Corey Cope, by the way, and Marnie and Parrish and the rest of us live in Detroit Lakes. Come on by and say hi and watch us as we are doing the Power Trip Morning Show and all of that tomorrow morning. Stop on by. Water Carnival. Can't wait. We'll see you then. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And thank you, Ben Lieber and the cast of thousands. Take care of yourself, won't you? Can't take care of anybody if you don't take care of yourself. Have a great day. Enjoy the sunshine.
Everybody have a wonderful day.
You too, little Abba Dabba. I love you, baby girl. Bye-bye.
KFAN